start of the VOD. That's right, folks. It's the beginning of the end of this case.
Of the circus case. It's not...
Of the circus case.
There's still another case left in the second game.
Yeah, which I'm very excited about, because that's when real mysteries are gonna get wrapped up. Like,
So
what
true.
the heck happened to my dead boyfriend?
He chose death. We talked about it with Franziska.
That's
remember?
true.
He left a note. He said Miles Edgeworth chooses death. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death. And he disappeared, and he's dead now.
Then why is this 19-year-old lesbian really angry at me? Other than that she's a 19-year-old lesbian and they're really fired up in general. Correct to be, more often than not.
I mean, Franziska has a lot of stuff going on in her head.
Hold on. Are you telling me that one of the prosecutors in an Ace Attorney game is actually kind of a fucked up person?
Yeah, a little bit. She is probably still processing the fact that her father is a murderer.
Being a 19-year-old gay person is a hard place to find yourself in.
So
do
true.
we think that Papa Von Karma is supportive?
No.
I don't know.
I definitely don't think
No.
so. I'm gonna tell you something about one of the future Ace Attorney games. There's a flashback in one where you see Edgeworth's very first time he's about to go to court. What?
Nothing.
What are you
I was
giggling
just- there's a flashback. It's a pride parade. Mr. Von Karma is applauding. He looks very genuine.
No. That would never happen.
I know.
There's literally no way that would ever happen. Mr. Von Karma is absolutely a massive homophobe. There's no way that he supports that. No, there's a flashback where you see like Manfred talking to young Edgeworth before he's about to go into court. And also, very young Franziska is there, and she's like, "Oh, Papa, you'll come to my first trial too, won't you?" And he's just like, "I'll think about it."
Jesus, dude.
He's just like a cartoonishly bad father in like a regular way, also.
Jeez. Okay, this is a complete non sequitur. What the hell is the thing by the couch that is not the plant?
I think that's supposed to be for, like, putting out cigarette butts.
Boy, they did not. Isn't when they created this game was set like 20 years in the future or something, right?
Yeah, it
Wow,
was
so
no,
they've-
it was set 15 years in the future. Because the first game came out in Japan in 2001, and it's set in 2016. Which does mean all these games are in the past now.
Which is funny. But that is very funny that they were like, yeah, no, we don't think Japan is going to kick smoking before.
Oh, no.
Which is
No way.
There's tons of smoking in Japan. I was like, y'all smoke a lot.
Yeah, they smoke a lot over there. Good morning, Max. Oh, yeah. Good morning, sweeties.
Japan and Europe do love smoking. Over here, we just vape like crazy. You don't seem like your usual sparkling self today.
Gloop, before we continue, I do want to ask.
Yes.
Who is the murderer?
I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't know.
Okay.
I think that... Think about these people again here.
The Jonker. Oh my god, Amy, don't spoil it for her. Don't just tell her that the Jonker did it.
Let's see. I don't think the Ringmaster's old friend, I really don't think Mo, I don't think it's Mo.
Okay.
But unless there's some 11th hour thing, because wasn't the Ringmaster, supportive of Mo?
Yeah, they were friends.
Yeah, they were friends, and we've not seen anything. It's the Tiger, yeah. I think there's reason to suspect the monkey and the tiger were in cahoots.
Okay, all right.
I do think there's reason to suspect Acro because I don't understand what the hell could have happened on the ground still. I do not understand what the hell could have happened on the ground, but we do know that he is all upper arm strength.
Yeah.
And where his window is in comparison to where the murder is. And which way the murder weapon / bust thing went upwards. So I think there's a chance he could have hoisted it. I do really think so.
But the motive.
I'm still not sure on the motive. I mean, he had beef. Here's the thing. He had beef with the ringmaster's daughter.
Yes, Regina. Yes.
He openly has beef with the ringmaster's daughter.
Yes.
And certainly if there's a conflict there, this man is going to take his daughter's side of things. Like, I think that's it.
True.
The ringmaster gave you your own personal money to pay Mo. Oh, gave his own. For some reason, I read that as like you were paying the clown, like you, Stonewall, and I was like, cool. I'm glad that we're having backroom deals with clowns. I don't want it to be Ben because I don't want the camera to be pointed at Ben. I want Ben to never show up again, and I just want to see a brief single frame shot of the puppet in the middle of a freeway illuminated by rapidly approaching headlights. That's all I care about.
That's so fair. That's so fair of you.
So yeah, that's my assessment so far.
Okay. Have you considered the possibility that the ringmaster is not dead?
That would be a new level of incompetence for Gumshoe.
True. He is dead.
Okay. I was about to say, I thought we had a time of death.
I'll guarantee that one for you. The ringmaster is dead.
I thought we had a time of death and a corpse on him. The autopsy report has been deleted. It's just gone. I will say, so we also know that somebody threw pepper in the lion's mouth, or at least that's been my suspected theory. We also know that there was a valuable piece of evidence.
Yeah,
that
what was your
Von
thought
Karma
about 6 years ago? What was your thought about like what happened in the past?
Somebody's really jealous and really shitty because they did the pepper thing.
Okay.
Maybe Regina did it, but she has no idea what she did because she's such a fucking space cadet and doesn't really even believe in death itself.
That is a genuine possibility.
Hi, Genie Problem. Holy shit, what an emote.
You can move on if you want to. It's fine.
The murderer is the person who can make the wackiest faces on the stand when caught lying. Yeah, that's a good way to judge it.
So true, Omnicore.
Yeah, I mean, last case it was Miss Pizza Pie.
Nah, she did use her hat like a pizza.
Yeah.
I'm always like this before I go in front of an audience. I'm working up to it.
I don't know who's tikiing.
It's Regina.
Oh! Oh, don't get nervous, Maxie. Here, have a glass of milk. I put the glass of milk in a carton to make things more convenient for you.
I put the glass of milk in a carton. Like, the entire glass is also in the carton. It's a bigger carton than a glass. You gotta open up the carton, and then if you look inside, you'll see the glass in there as well.
Regina... How did you get over here? Do you know how to... Do you live at the circus? Do you know how to drive a car? Like,
no, there's no way that she knows how to drive a car. There's literally no way. She might have ridden the... Maybe she rode the Tiger.
She doesn't know what a bus is. This woman has no concept of public transit.
I know, so she rode the Tiger.
Yeah, that makes sense. She thinks that...
she doesn't know what math is. It's true. Regina!
Oh, and you brought milk. I was thirsty.
How fabulous! My sweetie pie princess!
Okay, I mean, to be fair, outside of whatever's going on with the murder, like, this would be one of those celebrity couples where you're like, okay, yeah.
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 Do you know? Hold on.
Are you looking for something?
I am. Hold on. I'm finding something really quick. It's coming in chat really quick.
All right. Okay. I'll wait.
Okay. This is them. This is them. This is them.
Let's see.
Ow.
Oh yeah. Don't worry about it, Dave. Okay. Yay.
Exactly.
They are the most. Don't worry about it. Okay. Yay. They truly are.
They really are. I thought. See, that I told you guys. I was like, yeah.
You came to watch my performance today.
Oh, of course I did. Mo told me that I should come and watch this. Mo said that? Oh, so what kind of performance will you put on today? Let me guess, you'll fly at the end?
It's not that kind of show. Isn't that right, my sweeties? Huh?
This is not an incredibly feminist conversation. Maya, you have to pull together here, girl.
I think my sweetie pie princess doesn't...
Yeah, she doesn't seem to realize what's going on, or even where she is. Although, chronologically, like 24 hours ago, Max was like the same way because he didn't even realize he was in jail.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, he realized he was in jail, but he thought he was in jail for questioning, and he was going to get released momentarily, you know?
It was denial. Oh, well, Max, looks like it's time to raise the curtain. I'll see you later. Today, I'm just a member of the audience.
Fabulous! Enjoy yourself out there.
Well, good luck, Max. You're the best.
Regina's different, don't you think, Nick?
Top of the morning to yous! Everybody, let's get ready to get stuck in legal limbo. How low can you go? How long can this case last? I think we started it in March. Well,
That's not true.
no, we did not. Top of the morning to you, Governor. Top of the morning. That's a ticket. Attacking the day starts with energy in the morning. The early bird gets to whime, but then again, whimes lack higher brain function. Feel good. Here, Max, have a present. Have some milk. You'll have to find a glass somewhere, though.
Well, don't worry. There's a glass inside the other carton. Oh my! Thanks.
What the hop is fucking? Why the milk?
He loves milk.
Does he?
He loves milk.
Notice that they were fabulous in quotes.
They did write fabulous in quotes.
So how are you today, Wright? He can't go on a show without a glass of milk. That's true. I mean, who can? Well, I got the feeling that today I'm gonna face off against the real culprit. Yummy Nackwell?
Huh? You think he did it?
Oh my god, wait, that's right, he's a country bumpkin. Did he grow up on a cow farm? I know he grew up rural.
Yeah, I think he grew up on a cow farm. He was a farm boy. His name is Billy Bob Johns. And he decided he wanted to be completely fabulous.
Careful. He's used to putting his life on the line. Really. Gloop, you're disappointed in my producing. My producing what?
Kevin, you are a very good producer. You should have had Perma Clown Nose for the entire case. You know, that's probably true.
Am I not a fool enough for you? What other... I wear bells and jaunt around. How much more demeaning can we get, Kev? Don't answer that question. You threw a pie, that does help answer that question, yeah.
Hold on. Hold on.
It's time for you to jingle.
Hold on.
Become jingle-fied.
Here it comes. Oh God in heaven. Now don't hit me with an acorn bigger than me, that's rude. I need to do something.
I can't. I'm two-dimensional.
Okay, fine. It's antibiotic slime. Clearly it is redeem o'clock, yeah.
I guess everybody just wants to fucking take Gloop to town instead of letting us finish this case.
You guys do know we're gonna play ring racers after. I feel like a mom at the front of the car, just like, oh god.
Oh, it's slightly less broken, but it's still pretty broken.
Yeah, we need you in here. Whoa, yeah, we need you in here. Although I don't know that it would burden you with such horrible crimes. I don't know that you're a really big sandwich person. In my mind, you love your pasta and noodles. I think that's a pretty accurate assessment.
That's true. I can't eat a lot of stuff.
Curious about how you're feeling about this case thus far, Gloop. There are parts of it that I love, and there are parts of it that I do not enjoy. All right, I know everybody loves bullying the model, but we are gonna go. We're gonna do the thing. All I've got to worry about is how thin the tightrope is. I'm used to it already. This means I won't be able to press him like I can the other witnesses.
What are you gonna do then, Nick?
Guess today we'll just have to do without our usual psychological warfare. Today, we rely on evidence. It's the only way we'll get past Acro and the truth.
You're right, but it's gonna be tough.
Anyways, I want you to make sure that Regina sees it all today. It's important. And she'll finally have to deal with the reality of what happened to her father. Oh, you're the life lessons clown now, huh? Okay.
Yeah, he's the life lessons clown now. You want us to make sure Regina watches?
Yes! That's why I brought her to court today.
Oh, okay, she was in the clown car with him.
Just the fucking tiny little car. Vroom, vroom,
Yeah.
vroom, vroom. Your father's dead, you know. You have to come to terms with the fact that the man is not coming back.
Yeah. What's that supposed to mean?
No, I agree with Weems. Something ain't right with Mel. She needs to know that when people die, they just don't become stars. I may be an old-fashioned clown. But what is the new fashion of clown, then? But I don't believe in people becoming stars. I'm Presbyterian.
I think the new fashion of clown is right next to me at this moment.
I don't think there's anything fashionable happening over here.
Oh, okay.
We have 2 examples on stream. Landcheck just threw you under the bus.
Wow.
Yeah, you gonna take that?
Damn.
Mo is the most sane person in that
I'm
circus.
just depressed now.
Court is now in session for the trial of Maximilian Galactica.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Von Karma. You may proceed with your case.
The prosecution would like to revise its previous theory of events.
What's the meaning of this?
We have discovered a new witness, or shall I say, a new eyewitness. Our previous witnesses did not have eyes, you see. One that saw Maximilian Galactica fly off from the scene of the crime.
Order! Order! Feeling something like this would come up.
Due to this revision, we are now prepared to explain how the defendant flew that night. An explanation the prosecution will present if the need so arises. In fact, my detectives stayed up all night creating a mock-up of the scene on my orders.
I made a mock of him. Oh, poor Gumshoe. Very well. Please call your witness to the stand. He just has an eye for comedy. That's good. I like that. All right, time to get to work, or shall I say time to walk the courtroom tightrope. A third bird?
A third bird, that's right. Name and occupation. Ken Dingling, but everyone calls me Acro. I'm employed as an acrobat at the Very Big Circus.
The bird is the eyewitness.
Yeah,
Acro.
the birds are going to explain how this happened, actually.
The bird will explain the events, and I will be translating for you between English and international flap language.
Uh-huh. Where were you the night of the crime? I was in excuse me. Went right to Francisca again. I was in my room that night.
I was in my room also. I'm glad we are sharing facts once becoming friends.
I was in my room that night as well. I just wish to specify as well. I am not part of the murder. To be clear, if you look at the map, you will see the witness's room is near the crime scene.
My room is not on this map.
He accidentally picks up accents of anyone he talks to. God.
Oh my god. Fire, I just had a terrible idea. We do a stream like this, but there's a chat redeem called accent rotation where we have to like
no.
we have to move everyone's bit around.
Oh no, that's terrifying. That's so scary. My room is on the 3rd floor. The crime scene is below my window.
I get to see a lot of crimes from my 3rd floor window.
Yeah, it is a designated crime scene. There are a lot of things that I see there. I even actually saw the previous case, the one with the girl with the pizza hat.
Do you remember the Turnabout Samurai one from like 2 cases ago? I even saw that.
That was the previous game. That was more than 2 cases ago.
Oh, time flies when you're up here on the 3rd floor.
I guess.
Hmm.
The night of the crime, the witness saw something quite shocking. Could you tell us what you witnessed? Okay. What I witnessed. It was just after 10 p.m. I was resting in my bed. Around that time, I heard a large thump noise from outside the window.
Thank you for banging on the desk, by the way, to help provide the thump noise.
It was no problem. Then, a few moments later, I saw someone flying right by my window. There's a lot of stuff in this room. What is the thing that is like a jet. It's like a stealth jet. It's like a triangle with
I was trying to figure that out too. I was
What
gonna
is
ask
that?
you. It looks. I saw that and I was like, I think I used that fucking thing in Splatoon. That's the bow. What the hell is that?
Yeah. Also, good question. Where is his wheelchair here?
Is that a rowing machine?
Is that a rowing machine? Huh.
Then how do you slide back and forth? Because my dad, when he wasn't watching movies on reruns, he had a rowing machine, but there was like an actual seat that slid back and forth.
Huh. Yeah.
I believe you.
Maybe it attaches to the wheelchair or something. I don't know. It was Max Galactica. I only saw him from behind, but that is who it looked like.
Yeah, a rowing machine does make sense for somebody like him, but I've never seen a machine like that.
Yeah, I guess he just says it on the bed or something. To be honest, when I saw that, I thought I was dreaming.
This witness's testimony matches up exactly with that of the clown.
If that is the case, there is very little the prosecution need to add. All that's left is to explain how the defendant disappeared into the sky that night.
That is easy. It was magic. Well, before we get that far, I would like to cross-examine the witness.
A foolish choice by a foolish fool who wishes to feel the foolish sadness of a sad fool.
It's been a second since she's done one of those, but it was worth it.
It's always good when she does that, I think.
I feel like when she's walking into court, she's like, should I call him a fool right away or give him maybe a couple paragraphs before I hit him with it?
A man must know the proper timing for things, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Just like your old friend, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, did. I'm trying to get on your nerves, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Do you understand? I'm trying to make you mad and throw you off of your game so that I can win the case.
Mr. Wright, do you have a problem with the prosecution bringing up your boyfriend? I mean the witness testimony.
Are you feeling sad? Are you feeling sad about your little boyfriend, Mr. Phoenix Wright, who you are so convinced is dead and gone from this world, and you hate so much now?
Will the defense please share if little baby gonna cry? In the words of Miss Von Karma, may I quote yesterday's proceedings? There's no way that actually happened. Very well. You may proceed with your cross-examination. The judge is like, well, that's evidence, case closed. And Phoenix is like, no, it's not. He's like, you're right, it's not.
Yep. Alright.
I guess we'll press on stuff.
Okay.
I mean, it said that, like, we weren't going to get a lot of places, but I'm going to press anyway. Like, if I'm not going to get penalized for it.
You're not in danger with pressing, so it's fine.
You said that you were resting in bed. One would thus assume that you turned the lights off in your room, correct?
That's correct. But there are safety lights around the outside of the lodging house. It's so bright, sometimes it can make it hard to sleep.
If that's the case, wouldn't it be a good idea to close some curtains?
I think, okay, this is really fucked up because that particular bird, I think on the DS, it looks like it's a hummingbird. And it is some other kind of bird with a completely fucked up beak here.
It looks like a kingfisher.
Yeah.
No, that bird just lives here. That's the court's bird.
Yeah, it's the court bird. It's the courtroom bird. I never
See,
really thought that. I guess that means I'm off to buy some curtains.
Sometimes I do make myself useful in these chambers. Ah!
The witness will proceed with his testimony. We do not need to make idle chatter about curtains here.
He is not a Home Depot lesbian, I'll tell you that much. Yeah, we need an alibi for the blue bird. a Home Depot. I'm talking about the stereotype of butch lesbians.
You know,
But she's
lesbians
not.
being handy with it.
Yeah. Your room's on the 3rd floor, right?
Yes.
And you said that you were resting in bed.
That is correct.
But you were still able to hear a sound from outside?
I was indeed.
Pressing acro doesn't seem to get results.
Was there something contradictory?
Was there something contradictory? Williams, I think that is a plot point. Were there no wait? Isn't there contradictory because there were 2 thumps? Didn't the clown give us 2 thumps, or have we dropped the 2 thump story?
I'm not sure. We don't have it in writing that there's 2 thumps anywhere. I don't think. Which we would need for that to be like evidence. I think.
How were you sleeping peacefully when you shared the room with a monkey?
Great question.
Because I gotta tell you, with this guy around, if I heard a thump, my immediate reaction would be, that is the monkey, I am not getting the fuck out of bed.
That's true, yeah.
So the thing is, I guess I'll go ahead and say there is, but I don't know what it is because I'm Phoenix writing.
Okay.
There's a huge contradiction with the testimony that was just given.
If there is a contradiction, then prove it with evidence.
She's right, let's see some evidence. Do you have any evidence to support your claim of contradiction? There was like nothing to his story. I mean, the only thing...
all he really said was there's a thump.
I mean,
And
the only thing
that he could hear it, and that's it.
The only thing I could maybe argue with him on is time of death. Off by 15 minutes, but I don't even know that that's it. There might not be a contradiction here. There's really nothing.
It's entirely possible that you got ahead of yourself and you were faking it and bluffing.
What in the world is this?
You just don't get it, do you, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
What don't I get?
You are not going to be able to get through this one with your usual bluff routine. Your client looks to be ready to take off once again. Straight towards a guilty verdict.
You were bluffing? The concept is... Attorney's
The judge
bluff?
has never considered this.
I will not forgive any more mockeries made of this court. Oops.
Witness, would you mind repeating your testimony? Certainly.
There's 10 p.m. There's the thump. Is that the last line? No.
There's one more. Yeah, that's it.
I mean, the only thing I can push him on is... Yeah, the clown... No, the clown said he did see his face. The clown said he did see his face, and that's why I suspect the bust.
Yeah. He saw the outline of Max's face.
Yeah, that is what makes me think that it was... is because this is missing. This thing is unaccounted for.
Acro says he sees him from behind, though, which would make sense with how that lines up buildings-wise, I think.
I guess I'll push on this and just see what he says, because I get that he's not going to crack, but there's so little to go on right now.
Yeah, there isn't anything directly contradictory in his testimony.
The light in your room was turned off then, right?
That's true. I was going to bed after all.
Yeah, well, the implication is he knew because of the costume, because it's a very distinct and silly costume. So, with the lights off, you're able to see a human fly by your window?
The safety lights lit things up enough for me to see. But honestly, there was only enough light for me to see the silhouette outside my window. It was a person's back, so I couldn't see the white roses on the front.
See any of the other symbols?
I clearly saw the silk hat, as well as the cloak wrapped around his body.
Whoops! There. Wait.
What's the problem? What's the problem?
How did you see the silk? How did the silk hat go up? If the silk hat was found at the scene of the crime.
Whoa! Good question. The birds just generated. They just reappeared. I'm convinced that the person I saw was Max Galactica.
I'm impressed with the less results I seem to get. Did you just turn my microphone off? You did just turn my microphone off.
I can hear you. Well, oh no, you're very, very quiet now.
Yeah, she turned off phantom power, which means that I slowly fade into the distance.
Awesome!
But maybe there was something fishy with his latest bit of testimony. Yeah, there is. Yeah, there is. There's a huge contradiction with the testimony that was just given. I'm gonna get yelled at.
Oh, okay. You're saying the same thing again. Oh, yeah. I'm really, really smart. Okay, show it with evidence. We all know you're just fucking around, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Come on.
You claim to have seen the exact same thing Mo saw that night. Do you stand by that?
Wait a second. He actually sounds like he's got an idea. What do you mean?
Von Karma brings a little boombox and plays the music when it starts stopping, so that way Phoenix thinks he fucks up.
That would be so funny if somebody did that.
The silk hat.
What about the silk hat? I saw it on Max's head as he flew by my window.
Well, you should have tried looking down out of your window that night.
That would have been quite difficult considering the state that I'm in.
I know he's in a wheelchair, but I mean, you know, listen.
Yeah?
Can he get in and out of the chair himself? Like, I feel like he can make it to the window.
Just looking outside of the window was a tough enough challenge for me.
That's a shame, because you would have noticed the silk hat was found on the scene.
That's the ringmaster's hat, right?
I'm afraid not. No matter how you look at it, this is Max's silk hat. Where are you going with this, Mr. Wright? Other than the fact that this is the exact same plot beat we had like a little while ago. What the fuck? Are you saying that Max has two silk hats? Come on, dude. Why are we... Yeah. No, this is a handmade, one-of-a-kind model made only for Maximilian Galactica, which means, Acro, you've been fibbing on the stand.
Something about having a big close-up to say the word fibbing is really silly to me.
It's really a close-up like that is really better for you're full of shit or something like that. Really go for it.
Yeah, you're fibbing! As always, it looks like someone just had to open their mouth before thinking. Are you okay, Nick?
Well, I opened my big mouth and now I have to back it up. About it, Mr. Wright. What would cause this witness to commit perjury in this court today?
What are you gonna say? You gonna go for it?
No, I don't think we can do that.
Are you sure?
Well, I mean, we do have the evidence that he, we do have the evidence that, he hates the daughter.
Excellent.
So I guess we could say that. Also, Louis King, thank you for the follow. Yeah, Von Karma, everybody loves her.
Also, hi, Sierra.
The other two don't make sense now. Because, like, Acro's dreaming is silly. That's very silly. That is silly.
Very silly. Very
Also,
silly.
we've had, like, not much of... Well, wait, no, he does have a little bit of a grudge against Max. Hold on.
Not in the same way that other members of the circus do, though.
Yeah, that's true.
He seems pretty fine with Max overall.
That's true. Yeah, let's accuse him of being the real culprit. Let me look at this note again.
Okay.
Yeah, also, this is completely insane here, where it's like, meet me in the lodging house. This is like a smoking gun of him being up to fuckery. Like...
Possible.
Yeah.
Possibly.
It's like...
Possibly so.
Yeah, it's... Yeah, because it's like, hey, you have beef with her and want to meet with her, and her dad turns up dead in that exact location? Yeah. Wait, did he admit to writing this? Oh no, we caught him in it. Yeah.
It does say placed by Akron and Regina's pocket at the
Yeah,
bottom.
and everything in the record is true.
I don't know that he's admitted to writing it, but Regina has told us that she got it in her pocket while she was visiting with him.
Yeah, that's true. All right, let's accuse him of being the real culprit. Your Honor, on this occasion, the defense accuses Acro himself.
On this occasion, you do this all the fucking time. What are you talking about?
Well, I've only gotten to do it a couple times this year. Accuses Acro? What in the world are you accusing him of? Obviously, we accuse him of the murder of Mr. Russell Berry. Bay. I don't know where that one came from. He's
Mr. Russell Bay.
You see, he was old, so I thought of Old Bay. Mr. Wright, are you serious? Deadly serious, Your Honor. Huh?
You have been in more cases with this man than I have. Do you not realize that this is what he does every time? I think your trips to the circus have served you well.
I think it's fucked up how there's like a courtroom like audience, but they don't appear in these shots even though they should be like up there.
Yeah, that is kind of weird, isn't it?
Yeah, what's up with that?
You seem to have learned how to try and grab at an audience's hearts and minds. And also, you're a fucking clown! Your Honor, don't allow yourself to be swayed by theatrics.
From the clown, as specified prior.
Trying to wow the crowd with smoke and mirrors is the oldest bluff in the book.
It's the oldest bluff in the book because it works! It works! He gets results! He finds out that you didn't tickle Elmo even though you said you did, and then you spill another few details and you cough up that the murder was actually done by you. This is how it works every time. It's a shakedown.
What is Tickle Me Elmo? Like, why is that part of this?
I wanted a really minor minor activity.
Okay.
Really?
Okay. If you don't believe me, just look at the witness. Have you noticed how in these games, everybody always gets very silly and funny when they are accused? He is calm enough for it to be almost scary. He is playing with beautiful birds that flock around him.
This rules.
Yeah, this is a very good animation.
He is staying rather calm and collected. Boy, I sure am upset about this. If only I had some sort of note written by him in anger, putting himself at the scene of the murder. Oh well. Mr. Dingaling? I know. Mr. Dingaling, do you have any response for the defense's accusation?
I don't really need to say a thing, do I?
Boy, we are well into the second game in this series, and this really is the first accused person to be like, I have an idea. I'll shut the fuck up. I will do everything in my power to say not a goddamn thing.
D. Vasquez in Turnabout Samurai kind of keeps her cool, but yeah, he's just like, I guess I just won't talk.
What do you mean?
Everyone take a good look at me.
Love birds.
I can't even stand up by myself, let alone leave the lodging house.
That's true.
I understand that Mr. Wright is just trying to help his client. But to do this by accusing me of a murder of all things...
Boy knows how to butter up the crowd.
See, even a sliver of common sense makes it clear the accusation is ludicrous. Oh, she's right! Way to pick on the disabled, you heartless, cruel man! Fucking problematic. I'm gonna write a call-out post about this lawyer!
You're canceled, Mr. Lawyer. Maya, I don't know, it just seemed fun. I know you're gonna get him, I just...
Phoenix is a poopy head!
Pearl, get out of here!
See that, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
You are un poopy head.
You are a poopy head. The people understand the truth. And it is that your head is made of poop.
Your Honor, find him poopy. Guilty.
If you are trying to drum up support from the peanut gallery, that is how you do it. I think that's enough of this little game of Phoenix Wright is attorney, justice for all. I have got a doctor's note to confirm that Acro is unable to stand under his own power.
And thus does not have to go to gym class.
Maybe the defense is planning on making a claim to counter this as well. I can hear the defense now. Acro had an accomplice. Did Acro have an accomplice?
I don't think he did.
Okay.
Because I don't think he did.
Okay. Make your choice then.
It was money, yeah, it was the monkey.
Now then, this must be when we get to hear the name of the mystery accomplice.
Did I hit the wrong option?
Don't worry about it.
Not this time, Von Karma.
What?
You're not gonna sucker me into this one. What are you blabbering about, Mr. Wright? There was no accomplice. Acro planned and committed this murder all by himself. Order! Order! What are you getting at?
Way to keep them on their toes, Nick.
When you bully the disabled, it's a great legal strategy.
Thumbs up!
I mean, we do have, like, a smoking gun of a note, so...
We do, yeah.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna have to prove how all this fits together. To show how Acro murdered Russell Berry.
Can you do it, Nick? Can you really do that? It's gonna take some, like, galaxy brain type thinking. I think that they should go back and rewrite all of Maya's lines so that she says 2017 era slang in them.
She should, yeah, now that we know what that slang is.
I think that she should say a worm.
She should, yeah. What I can't do, I can't stop attacking. I stop now. If I stop attacking, I'm doomed.
Alright, then let's do it. Mr. Phoenix Wright. If this witness is the killer, then his eyewitness account is all lies, right?
Mr. Wright, I'd like you to clear something up for me.
Yeah, Maya would say a worm when actually encountering a worm in her day-to-day.
He was like here, wasn't he?
What do you mean?
Oh wait, no, it's Mr. Dingling. He was in his room. Yeah, no, he was in...
Where was Acro when the murder?
Yeah, he was in his room. He was in his room.
Okay. Go for it.
He was obviously here the entire time. That's Acro's room? Pretty simple, huh? I have such a hard time saying like pretty simple, like it does not flow. I think it's because I'm from like the bottom of North America, and the people who say that and make it sound good are at the top of North America, so I have no practice.
Interesting. Okay.
Fire, how good can you do, like how naturally can you fit an A in a sentence?
Pretty simple, eh?
Yeah, and you're more north than me, and you can make it work.
That's true. I am more north than you. That's true. Those damn pseudo-Canadians!
It is a Canada-style word.
It is a Canada-style word, it's true.
Acro wasn't able to leave the lodging house by himself. In that case, there can be only one correct answer. Acro didn't leave his room to kill the ringmaster.
What? Are you nuts?
What say you, Mr. Dingling?
Well, I appreciate that you're asking for my input again, finally. I think it's an interesting theory. ...
And that's it.
Considering that what you propose is impossible, yes, that's it.
Mr. Wright, did you know a slice of pie in... Shouldn't be as amused by that joke as I am. That's a good joke.
Oh, come on.
Yes, Your Honor. As the witness has stated, your assertion is impossible. As he's in a wheelchair, there's no way he could go to the scene or be the killer. You've got a point.
It seems you've forgotten once again, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The defendant was clearly spotted at the scene of the crime. That's true. Oh, big room outside. Did that go through?
He fucking got away on his moped!
Yeah, he got on that motorcycle and he broomed out of there!
They should have done a wait, no, I think Siegfried and Roy have done a flying motorcycle.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, it would be that innovative.
Mo said that he saw Max, didn't he?
This animation so much.
That animation is so good, yeah.
But Maya, it's still impossible for humans to fly.
Do you mind if I ask a question, Mr. Wright?
What is it?
I understand some of your logic. However, how do you think that I killed him? If I can't leave my room, I obviously couldn't wear Max's costume.
Did he do it? Next course of this legal buffet.
Be careful, Nick. If you mess up here...
Oh, she's right. I can't mess up here. I gotta give this one some serious thought. I'm sure that Acro killed the ringmaster, and he did it while he was in his room. No doubt about it.
I mean, I think you have an idea, right?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, if you mess up here, you die in real life. That 2 that 2 bits of your life bar is actually enough to kill a real person.
Oh, Phoenix is just built different, I understand.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, I'm gonna present evidence, because let's see, I don't know that, like, so my only thought that might bite me in the ass is that I'm not baby stepping enough for this game.
They're asking you what the murder weapon is, how he committed the crime.
Okay, cool.
I do have to ask you one thing though, Gloop,
yes.
right now. We don't know where that bust is. We just have a photo of it.
That's true.
So just consider that during this.
I don't even know where the... Yeah, I don't know where the bust would have ended up. Oh well, I'm gonna go for it anyway.
Yeah, go for it. Just keep that in mind.
I'm gonna present some evidence.
God, if only Phoenix was top tier in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I mean, Phoenix, right. Phoenix is top tier in that game.
What's that? A picture? It is indeed the problems with the item that's shown in the picture. The bust. It's quite a large bust, and because it is life-size, it is also very, very heavy.
Heavy?
Heavy enough to guarantee a certain death. Especially if it was dropped from a 3rd-story window. See, this is how Acro was able to kill the Ringmaster, with the force of gravity and Maximilian Galactica's ample bust.
Maximilian Galactica's ample bust? Are you sure that's the phraseology you wish to use, Mr. Phoenix, Wright? You want to enter into the court record that we're talking about Maximilian Galactica's rockin' titties?
I thought that they had been
His massive honkers?
I thought Maximilian Galactica's massive bongos have been on everyone's minds since the start of this case.
Not me personally.
Oh.
I'm just built different, I guess.
Whose bust is on your mind then, if it isn't an intrusive question? Just being
My
friends right now.
personal life is not up for interrogation here, Mr. Phoenix, right?
The birds abandon ship as soon as they think he's going to jail. Order! Order! So you're saying the bust fell onto the Ringmaster? A rather simple crime. Even if you were stuck in a wheelchair, it'd be incredibly easy to commit. That explains all the milk.
No! How could you possibly feel a wheelchair with something so heavy? It's impossible!
Well, Acro is an acrobat. He should have more than enough upper body strength to carry something like the bust. Yeah, so they're like, he can't leave his room. So the thing is, he can't leave his room because of the stairs. I really don't like this part about, like, I can't get out of bed on my own. I mean, you know, obviously different people are different and he is a fictional character, but
of course,
certainly I would say that if I saw someone in a wheelchair with incredible upper body strength, that getting around, as long as there's not stairs and height changes, he could totally do it.
The other possibility is that he just never got in bed. Right?
Yeah, the much simpler one is he had all day by himself to set this up.
Yeah.
Mr. Dingling, how do you respond to these charges?
Well... Acro's at a loss for words.
He should be. He knows that I'm getting close to the truth. Well, Acro. You can't run away from things that— Ah!
I'd watch what I say if I were you, Mr. Phoenix, right?
See, the thing is, the iceberg of ableism that is in this conversation is what this case would be infamous for, if not for the fucking puppet.
So true.
Yeah. What?
Your Honor, the physical health of the witness is material to this case.
Patty, thank you so much! Half a year? That's terrifying to think about.
I demand that we get proper testimony from the witness himself.
Testimony, you say? Hold on, Karma. She's just using this testimony as a rouse to stall for time. There's absolutely no need for such testimony.
The defense has its version of the murder. The prosecution has the right to respond.
The defense's objection is overruled. A while. Also, Phoenix, why are you like... I mean, I guess that this guy's a tough nut to crack, so that's why you're angry about...
Yeah.
Yeah, I was supposed to say, otherwise you love this shit usually, dude. It's like, yeah, keep talking so we can find more holes in your story. Especially when you have to come up with a new story on the stand.
Yeah.
How do we make sure people don't criticize us for the handling of disability in this case? Okay, hear me out.
Hear me out. Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, I would say like the big issue here is like I don't know. It's fine. We'll move on.
Doubts about your ability to testify, we can request expert testimony.
The witness will have no problems. However, let's all be respectful towards him. Thank you.
Ugh, that woman will sink to any low to win a case.
I suppose I could have lifted something the size of that bust. I have a strong upper body from working as an acrobat, only my legs were injured. However, lifting the bust and looking out of the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. That makes it impossible for me to have known the location of the ringmaster's head. Thus, it would be unrealistic for me to drop the bust on him, don't you think? He's not mocking the disabled, though. Like...
I mean, yeah, see, the thing is, if this was a real case with real people, which is an insane thing to even consider, like, yeah, it would be material here. It's definitely one of those moments of, like, because it's fictional, my beef is with the writers.
I guess?
Yeah. No, I mean, it isn't even all that much of a beef. I have no doubts in regard to this witness's testimony.
It was impossible for him to lift the bust and stick himself out far enough to look. Not to mention that he could not have known the location of the ringmaster's head. A single false step would have led to even more severe injuries.
Well, I mean, also, the thing is the bust was on a fucking rope. Like, that's how the bust came back upwards. Like, it wasn't dropped. It was on a string or something.
I don't think it was on a string. That probably wouldn't.
Something beefier than a string, but a chain, a rope, something here. Trapeze equipment. I mean, certainly, this is a circus with trapeze artists, so...
It's probably on 2 strings. Now, there we go. That makes much more sense.
I don't know. I mean, with string prices these days, the circus is already budget limited, and... Yeah, this is a real pulley situation. Thing is, we didn't, like, find a pulley.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. What's your opinion on the matter, Mr. Wright? Well, I'd still like to proceed with my cross-examination.
He's simply stalling. It's shameful, really.
Ugh. Really good to me. I gotta focus. Was hung from the tri-stringer in his room. Yep.
God.
Suppose I could have lifted something the size of that bust. I don't know that I'm gonna need to push in.
3 strings, then. I see.
Yeah. Strong upper body from working as acrobat. Only my legs were injured. I guess we'll push on this a little bit.
Okay.
And why is that?
Because if I were to do that, I'd end up falling out the window myself. I still haven't gotten much feeling back in my legs yet.
So you couldn't have thrown that bust out of the window. Where's our hole here? Phoenix, that is desperately stalling for time.
That is quite the stall. You have to remember that my nerves were severely damaged.
Please don't go on the soundboard. Thank you.
I'm currently undergoing some extremely intensive rehabilitation. It's still gonna take a while before I'm back to 100%.
So he actually... This is an interesting detail that I didn't know. I thought he was permanently, like...
No, he's not permanently disabled. He just had a very serious injury from the lion attack.
Oh, okay. That is actually, like... The fact that he's going to be able, like... That... Huh. I didn't realize that. I kind of thought that he was, like, just, like, totally fucked. And that would give him reason to engage in more risky behavior. Because it's like, well, you know, if I'm not going to get my life back the way it was no matter what, you know.
Yeah.
Might go down swinging sort of move. But no, if he thinks he's going to be able to perform again, even without his brother, heartbreaking as it is.
Right.
Yeah, I'm like Omnicore. Like, I thought it was like that kind of injury.
No, it sounds like it's actually, like, explicitly on his legs.
Yeah. I assume the implication there is it was, the lion bit him on the leg.
Yeah.
You think
the murderer is definitely more brother motivated.
Yeah.
If we're going to look for like a motive for Acro, it would be brother related probably.
Permanent loss of his brother. That makes more sense.
Yeah. Let me remind you of another very important point.
The lion was very scary.
If the witness was carrying the bust, he would not be able to see out below the window. That makes it impossible for me to have known the location of the ringmaster's head.
Maybe we can make him stop at a certain point. Why do you say it would be impossible?
Allow me to explain. You accept that if I was carrying the bust, I couldn't see out below the window. Thus, there's no way that I would know the location of the ringmaster's head.
I suppose you got a point.
Hey, Nick?
Yeah?
What if you turn things around? Maybe if you think of it sort of like this. If he knew the location of the ringmaster's head, then he could drop the bust.
Does make sense. Oh yeah, now it's time to whip out the note. Let's see. Is it time to whip out the note? That Acro knew the location of the ringmaster's head without looking down.
Now, you're thinking about the note. This is still, like, a large
we're not at the note yet.
that, like, he couldn't...
Yeah.
He couldn't just, like, assume that he was going to be there and throw it, right? Yeah, Maya remembers her sister's strats. I think I've already explained things sufficiently.
Alright, well if that's the detail, is there anything in here that potentially sets things up? The victim was hunched over this 20-pound box. Let's see, what is in here that I could potentially use to make him hit the brakes? He's on the box.
He is on the box.
You could put the box there ahead of time, And then when you hear him trying to pick it up, chuck the bust at the same location. That seems a little silly.
Yeah, it seems a little too silly. It's very far-fetched.
That's it, isn't it?
I don't know. What are your other options? What else could theoretically...
It's the wooden box. It's got. I mean, that's the only thing that can be the option. So let's look at this. We've already talked about this. There's no. There's. I don't see anything about this that I can bring back up. This is a motive, but it's not.
Right.
What we're not talking motive. We're talking methodology.
Right.
This is an asshole, but we love him.
Yeah.
An innocent
Do
asshole.
we love him? He's entertaining at times, I suppose.
He's fine. Let's see. So this was inside the wooden box. What did this say again? I have conclusive evidence of what took place.
Mhm.
Okay, so yeah, he put the box. That's what happened. Is I have conclusive evidence. So this is the path of the bait. He says I have conclusive evidence of what took place. He meant to hit her. He meant to hit the girl. That's what happened here. He put this on her. He hates the girl. He meant to hit the girl. The whole setup was going to be that he put the case here. He was aiming for the girl. He wasn't looking. He knew someone was there because he knew someone was trying to pick up the box, and he chucks the bust, and he doesn't realize that he nailed the ringmaster instead of the girl.
Interesting. I mean, he knows that the ringmaster is dead. But interesting idea. Interesting line of thought.
Let's push on this one just to see what's in here. If all you had to do is drop it, then it wouldn't have been a problem at all.
If all I had to do was drop it, you're right, I could have done that. However, there's no way that I could land a direct hit on the ringmaster's head.
So that kind of makes your theory a bit pointless, doesn't it, Mr. Wright? That was strong enough to lift up the bust.
The main problem is how he could have aimed for the ringmaster's head.
Use some kind of tool to aim for the ringmaster?
That's the ticket, Nick. Show him what you got.
Be careful. If I have to find something that fits perfectly with the case.
I don't remember us finding any sort of tool. There was no, like, series of mirror rays or something that would allow him to see the crime scene perfectly.
That would be cool.
But maybe we overlooked something.
Let's see, hello. We're doing pretty good. We're getting to the bottom of this case. So I do think that I do think it is the big heavy chest. But I'm not sure exactly on where to present it. The bottle? No, wait, just for shits and giggles. Yeah, the bottle was in the cafeteria.
Yeah, the bottle is unrelated to this, I think.
Yeah, and then I don't think that the crime scene is the monkey involved. I would like the monkey to be involved.
I mean, you said he didn't have an accomplice, so monkey uninvolved, I would think.
Victim was hunched over this 20-pound box. I'm gonna present the box. See if I can see the best place to present it in. Not enough funny monkey murders nowadays. I think we should let monkeys get a little body count in. Makes it impossible to know the location of the ringmaster's head.
I'm gonna let you know there are actually 2 places that you can correctly object to in
cool.
In his statement.
All right, well, I'm gonna bring out the box right here. Because he was hunched over this box. So he's hunched over the box, he's fucking with the lock. We know exactly where his head is.
Okay.
There we go. Yep, that was it.
Well done.
Acro. Please, 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 please tell me how you did it. Come on, man, help. You didn't really need to lean out of the window, did you?
What are you driving at, Mr. Wright?
You already knew.
Actually, I don't know how to drive. Excuse me, witness.
What are you bicycling at, Mr. Wright? You already knew ahead of time where the ringmaster's head was going to be. Quite precisely, I may add.
Your silly hinting at things is pointless, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Enough stalling. How about you show us some evidence?
But I did such a good job hinting. Oh, just hurry up and explain things, Mr. Wright. Maybe you should take a look at this.
So you can also present this photo here as well, and that also works.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. This is one of those things where they designed it very well, and like there are multiple possible things that you can actually use to prove this.
The key point here is the wooden box. Same wooden box the victim was found hunched over? The same. The question is, who placed the wooden box here?
Who?
When Ben and company, he doesn't want to say the puppet's name.
He doesn't want to say the puppet. He doesn't want to mention the puppet. We're all upset and we're done with acknowledging the puppet.
In the YMCA near me, they have one of those mirrors, which is very useful. But it's just kind of sitting on the ground in the corner, which is a very funny thing. Like, it still, like, works, but I'm like... You didn't even want to, like, bother drilling a hole? Like, what the hell is this? Which means that this wooden box was already placed at the scene of the crime. I have to admit, your theory makes a lot of sense. The moment that the bust came falling down was exactly the same moment that the ringmaster lifted up this wooden box. Which means that the answer to all these questions is now crystal clear.
You mean...
If the bust were to fall upon the point marked out by the wooden box, then there would be no way that it would miss the head of the victim.
No!
Order! This is unbelievable! Finally, some of these loose ends are starting to tie themselves up. Now, I just gotta keep going, and there's only one way to go from here, forward. So the next question I have is, who placed that wooden box at the scene? It was Mr. Dingling, of course. He connected it to a rope, then all he had to do was lower it down. Ah!
Allow me to whip some sense into you. Mr. Phoenix Wright!
Ow! 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 Ow!
The ringmaster's head could have been anywhere when he lifted the box.
That's why the box was so specially made.
Specially made? You're telling me this man ordered the box?
Indeed. It was heavy, yeah, it was a heavy box. That was the detail.
If you say so.
Because it was big and heavy. Like, I'm gonna go with the weight.
If you say so.
The box had a remarkable weight.
Weight?
According to the court record, it weighs 20 pounds. Just to lift up this wooden box would have required... Oh, I see. One would have to squat down, then lift it up with their body, wouldn't you say? That's exactly what I was trying to point out. The box is also... Okay, so we could have gone either way.
I can't believe that you would try to cut me off while I'm explaining things, Your Honor. Come on.
Box also has carrying handles on either side, doesn't it? That is correct. To lift up the box, you'd have to squat down. Which means that no matter who you are, your head would be in approximately the same place.
Fool!
Does he even bother to listen to me anymore?
I've heard what you've had to say. I don't like that you're accusing me of not listening. I heard what you had to say. I must admit I'm shocked at your imaginative skills.
Did you do it? Did you place this wooden box in the plaza?
Mr. Wright may have a vivid imagination, but I could never have done what he's proposing.
What?
Mr. Wright, do you recall the original location of Max's bust?
It was in the cafeteria.
Okay.
Fire, do you have joyous children in the vicinity?
There are joyous children outside, yes.
Don't close your window or anything, I love them.
Okay, I'm sorry that's coming through.
Let them
I
have
mess
fun.
with
They're
my
kids.
I mess with my Discord noise canceling settings because, Discord loves canceling the noise of me talking. But I do think it's picking up more of the outdoor stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it often cancels when you go for like a weird noise. So the fact that it would
Yeah.
also pick up children doing weird noises, that makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
in the but it was in the cafeteria.
Yeah.
Of course I remember. It was on top of the table in the cafeteria.
Oh man. Yeah, the kids are really coming through, aren't they?
That's fine. They're allowed.
Okay.
Mr. Wright, what do you have to say in the case of Burger King foot lettuce?
I'd like you to remember one important fact, Mr. Wright. I could not possibly leave the lodging house by myself. That means... You understand what I mean, don't you? I may very well have been able to drop the bust from my room. However, how would I have gotten the bust from the cafeteria to my room?
How would he have done that?
You see, Mr. Phoenix Wright, explain that. Don't forget, you said there was no accomplice.
Ugh.
Tell us exactly how the witness would have carried the bus from the cafeteria.
Yep, we definitely have a problem here. There's no place to get perplexed. Get my wits about me and prove how things happened once and for all. Alright, Mr. Wright, let's hear your explanation. How did the witness get the bus from the cafeteria back to his room?
How'd he do it? If there was an accomplice, you have to make it seem like there wasn't so you don't look stupid in front of the girl. Very true. You don't want to look stupid in front of Franziska.
Habitually gathers all sorts of shiny objects. Would we consider this statue shiny? It is bronze.
It's bronze. I mean, look at it. Take a look.
That's sparkling.
It's sparkling.
Monkey. Monkey! Yes! 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 Oh, I've wanted this since I woke up this morning. I am submitting the monkey.
Go for it.
Monkey? Everyone knows Money. He loves shiny objects of any size.
So are we also saying that the monkey is like massively jacked as well?
Monkeys are just insane.
That's
So.
true.
Oh, like when he stole the ventriloquist ring.
So, are you saying the witness had a monkey steal the bust?
Of course, he didn't order the monkey to steal it. The monkey stole it on his own and brought it back home. Am I not clicked in? Okay, I'm not clicked in. Why am I not clicked in?
Why are you not clicked in?
I don't know. Okay, I guess we're playing with the mouse all of a sudden. Why is my controller not going? That's weird. At least this game works with the mouse.
Huh.
Money lives in Acro's room.
She hasn't clicked in.
Gotta click in, girl.
You gotta lock in.
Acro's room?
But the bust was bronze, wasn't it? Bronze isn't all that shiny. I'm not grasping at straws right now.
Oh, maybe you should put a whip down sometimes, and maybe you should put the whip down sometimes and read the court record. Aye, those are some very nice cards he's holding. Yes, and they're made of platinum, which is very shiny. Acro. Money is a strong monkey, right? It'd be easier for him to bring that bus back to your room.
If he wasn't able to handle that himself, I'd be on the market for a new roommate.
Oops.
You good? What's going
Yeah,
on?
I'm good. I'm having I'm having a hard time over here. Order!
Oh.
I said order! Ms. Von Karma, where is the bust in question at the moment?
I don't know. We are searching for it as we speak. And then she pulls out a cell phone and is like, you need to look for this bust!
This is a rather strange turn of events. But let's say that the monkey had not stolen the bust. What would have happened then? Well, in that event, something else would have been used as the murder weapon.
Wait. Then you mean the bus was the murder weapon purely by accident?
It's possible. Maybe Acro saw Money's mountain of stolen goods and thought to use one of them. I mean, to be fair, the monkey did steal an entire tuba. Like, those are not light either. Like...
Yeah. Detective Gumshoe, I need you to get me Maximilian's big bust!
Anyways, I think we've more than proven one critical fact. Namely, that it was entirely possible that Acro was the murderer. That was the sound of an idea clicking in.
Moron!
Tuba to death. Yeah, had this gone different, it could have been the tuba as the murder weapon. Mr. Wright's argument is so circular, I'm still a bit dizzy, however. His argument does hold water, there's no denying that.
Don't seem so flamboozled, especially by this fraud of an attorney.
I am sorry, I speak fool as a second language and not willingly. The children are horrified by Von Karma.
I'm so sorry.
No, I love the children! Chat, everybody make some fucking noise for the children. Cheer for the children. Girl said don't get smeckledorfed. Odd.
You have forgotten the absolute most important thing, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
And what is that?
You should know!
Do you know?
You forgot that your fraud of a magical client was spotted at the scene of the crime.
Ugh!
There is no reason to doubt the clown's testimony.
That's true. How do you respond to that, Mr. Wright?
Nick, don't let her beat you now. I mean, I think you already figured that one out, right? You know what? You know why that is, right, Nick? Nick, you figured this out already, right, Nick?
Oh
right?
yeah, no, I totally figured this out. I've totally got this. Don't worry, this is my chance to turn it around. I've totally figured out how this happened.
When the murder occurred, there were 2 people at the scene of the crime. One was the victim, Russell Berry, and the other was the murderer himself. Answer this and only this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Who was the murderer the clown saw? What did the clown see? 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 What did the clown see?
Clown saw the bust!
What did the clown see?
No, wait. Oh god, I always panic and overthink these. I really think this is what I said. The clown saw the bust.
Okay. If you say so. Are you gonna go for it?
I wish that the evidence log and things are a little bit more detailed, because I'm trying to remember when the clown saw this down, but the clown saw all this go down at the time, so...
Yeah?
Let's see the fuck. He saw Max's... Ow!
I asked who was the other person Mo saw on the scene. That evidence has nothing to do with the question.
Oh, contraire, mon frère. She doesn't speak that language, dude.
I'm German, not French, you idiot.
It does indeed have something to do with the question. Yeah, back row knows. Mo said that he saw Max's silhouette. But he did not actually see the man himself. It wasn't a human being that he saw. How is that possible? Simple, really. What Mo actually saw that night was Max's bust. Usually you have to go to his OnlyFans for that.
Now, look. What are you talking about? Have you tried using your brain at all in this case? The silhouette he saw was wearing a cloak!
There's no reason why you couldn't attach a cloak to the bust. It would be easy to hang one off of the cards in the bust's hands.
Idiot! Who in their right mind would put a cloak on a bust?
Yeah, I want to know how this is gonna get answered, actually. Doesn't matter who put it on the bust. Just wait a minute now, Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on the bust?
Oops, it turns out that the judge cares.
That question is the utmost important in this case, don't you agree? Oh, he caught me. So, let's have it, Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on the bust?
Who put the cloak on the bust, Gloop? How did the cloak get on the bust? Let me ask you that. How did it get on the bust?
I don't fucking know. Cause okay, I will be honest, I haven't figured it out yet because the fucking show an ad right now, and we don't need that right now. I snoozed it. We have 5 minutes. Because at the location where this is going down. At the location where this is going down, there is a dead guy and and Acro.
I mean, Acro's not even really there.
Yeah, he's not even really there. No, he's not.
He's like 3 stories up. You might as well say that Mo is there, if that's the case, right?
Yeah.
Which, he did not put the cloak on the bust.
No, I believe that he did not put the cloak on the bust. I don't know. I don't know how this happened.
Okay. All right.
Let's think for everybody.
Let's think about the scenario so far, okay? That led up to what happened here. So Ben and his terrible, terrible puppet saw somebody walking towards the lodging plaza.
Yeah, wearing it.
Who was wearing the cloak and the hat that they thought was Max at first. They thought it was Max. Maybe it wasn't Max. We don't know. But somebody was going to the lodging plaza.
Yeah,
the cloak
and we
hat.
saw in the prior photographs that the ringmaster was in the right place to grab it as he was heading out the door. So
Yeah.
So the only sequence of events I can find is that he put it on the bus before it actually, like, it came down gently and then it came down not so gently. But I can't find a motive for him doing that.
Why don't you think about this in the way that, Mia likes to say, turn it around? What would have to happen for the cloak to get on the bust?
In order for it to get on the bust, like he said, like they said, it would have to be draped over it.
Right, yes. So, what sequence of events could have occurred? Let's take the idea that a person put a cloak on a bust out of the question entirely. What else could have happened?
It got hooked. Could it have gotten hooked by mistake?
It's possible. And the cloak would have been on the ringmaster, we're assuming.
Yeah, the cloak would have been on the ringmaster. So the only scenario that involves no active action by humans is the bust is dropped, it hits the ringmaster, it kills him, the cloak gets hitched on it, the cloak gets stuck on it, he lifts it back up to get the evidence out of there, and the cloak still hasn't turned up, so...
That's true.
Yeah, the cloak and the bust have both not actually turned up.
That's true, that's true.
So the thing is, who put the cloak on the bust? The other option, there were 2 thumps. Wait, weren't there 2 thumps? So
yeah, but the first thump would be the wooden box.
Yeah, yeah, timeline. Ringmaster, the victim, wore the cloak out. Murder happens here. Mo sees bust with cloak. The other option is that it got hooked. That it gets hooked. Acro fixes it to make it look nice, and then when he knows Mo is looking, does the show properly to frame someone else.
How would he have done that? How would he have known that Mo is looking?
He wouldn't have known. No, he wouldn't have known. Yeah, no, he wouldn't have known. I am going to say, yeah, Mo looked based on noise, yeah, so there's no way for him to know. So
I think the important thing to think about here is who had the cloak.
Yeah, so I'm going to say Russell for now, because he had the cloak.
Okay. Fool him?
Saying it was the victim himself? Russell Berry? That's what I'm saying.
I mean, the victim himself placed the cloak on the bust?
Placed the cloak isn't really the right way of putting it. Okay, yeah, so it is this theory. And what would be the right way of putting it, Mr. Wright?
Explain yourself! Nick, you really have a handle on all this?
I'm fine, Maya. I'm actually putting all the pieces together. There's really only one picture I can paint anyways. Alright. So you want to know what really happened that night? Let's step back in time.
Oh, he's getting theatrical with it.
Acro. Well, here comes the theatrical music.
Here's the circus music, hooray!
Hey, lucky us. Acro used a rope to lower the wooden box onto the scene. He then attached that rope to the bust and dangled the bust out of his bedroom window directly above the wooden box. At the same time, the ringmaster told Max to wait in his room, and he went to the scene. Of course, at the time, the ringmaster was wearing Max's costume. Perhaps he didn't want anyone to recognize him that night. But, just as he feared, he was spotted at the entrance of the lodging house. By none other than a ventriloquist and his puppet, Ben and Trillo. When the ringmaster arrived at the scene, he bent over to lift the wooden box. Cool scene.
Yeah.
That's when Acro took his chance and released the rope. Now this is when the magic happens. The very instant the bust hit the victim,
You wait just a second there, Mr. Phoenix, right?
that's stupid. See, I thought this was stupid. That's why I don't want to fucking
This
say
is
it.
what you are talking about. He would be a miraculously infinitesimal possibility. As much as you try, as much as you scheme, this just isn't true. It can't be.
Still a little early to be getting so upset, Miss Von Karma. This circus isn't over yet.
What?
The impact of the bust on the victim threw the cloak up, which snagged on the bust. The impact also caused the sound a certain witness heard, prompting him to take a look. That witness was, of course, Lawrence Mao Curls, the clown.
Mao?
I said Mo.
You said Mao.
They said it like his accent is like, I'm Mo the clown. It probably sounded a little Maui.
You said it a little Maui, yeah.
I'm Mo the clown. Nya nya nya. I'm the little kitty cat. When Mo looked out his window, the cloak had already snagged on the bust. Now, having completed the crime, Acro naturally went about pulling up the murder weapon. Of course, he had no idea that Mo saw the bust being raised with the cloak dangling on it. Primarily because, in his wheelchair, he couldn't see out his window. So he just kept pulling the bust up. And that is how the magical murderer disappearing into the sky came to be. I like that instead of the usual bum bum bum, it was the fucking clown drum. So, you see, the only person who could have pulled this off is the one person who was able to drop the murder weapon from above the crime scene. Acro, it could only have been you!
Acro's been playing mind games with all of us.
Sure has. But he has come to the end of his rope now.
So,
Ow!
you've graced us with a rather long-winded tale of something, again, statistically improbable. Do you have any evidence to prove that your fairy tale is true?
Evidence? Oh, right, we do that.
In this court, only two things matter. The power of evidence and the power of my whip.
Good quote, girlfriend. What's up, Misha? How you doing? Don't forget the power of my gavel as well. I just wanted to feel included. Mr. Wright, the prosecution brings up a good point. Can we see some evidence?
Nick, they say they want evidence.
Who could have ever suspected such a thing? It's explained that there can be only one possible murder method. There is still something unusual about Mo's eyewitness account.
Unusual?
Contradiction, actually.
Okay, then. Use that and get out of this jam.
Now, talking amongst yourselves, proceed, Mr. Wright.
Okay,
Present some...
what backs up the claim that this happened?
I want hard proof that you've unraveled the trick to this magic case. Okay, you don't actually have anything to say to me. Okay, let's see.
This is kind of requiring that you remember what Mo said in the previous...
Yeah, which is why I was kind of like, I wish that I could, like, go back and look.
Yeah,
There were
it's
two
a little
thumps.
too bad there isn't something like that.
Is the fact that there were 2 thumps?
The 2 thumbs don't matter here.
Okay, cool. Probably not the pepper. We're not at the point of the note yet.
Nope.
We're not... Yeah. I was watching for the ad timer. I mean, I was actually thinking during the ad. I legitimately couldn't move forward because I'm not sure what it is.
You're just... She's just thinking right now, it's fine.
Yeah. Mr. Phoenix Wright, why don't you watch a commercial while I come up with my alibi? Fudge on a rope. Let's see. Okay, let's see. What happened with Mo's version of events? Let's see. I'm trying to remember Mo's version of events, which kind of sucks. Let's see. So the key.
Okay. So what Mo saw was that he heard the thump, he looked out, and he saw Max fly away. And he told us it was Max because he saw his face and because he was wearing Max's outfit. Do you remember specifically what he said that identified?
It was the lack of white
Max.
roses.
There was a lack of white roses, that's true.
I don't know that that's necessarily it, though. I mean, it could be, but no. It seems flimsy. But I don't know what else it would be. Let's see. Let's look at, wait. I mean, we could use this to bring back up the 3 famous symbols and how only 2 of them were spotted.
It's possible.
Because in order, because in order for this to be possible, the way that it was described, the white roses would have been on the far side, which is why he wouldn't have seen them.
It's possible.
All right, I'm gonna present this. and we'll bring it up.
Okay.
The problem is Max's 3 symbols. You know, the silk hat, the cloak, and the white roses. The symbols were a problem numerous times during yesterday's proceedings. Yesterday, there were 2 contradictions in Mo's testimony.
The silk hat was one. The white roses were the other.
But the theory I just presented explains all of those contradictions.
You fool! Do you ever shut up? I'm just mad that it seems like you're kind of right, sorry.
Max's silk hat was found at the scene of the crime. However, remember what Mo said yesterday. He testified that the criminal he saw fleeing the scene was wearing a silk hat. There's only one explanation for that. The silk hat that Mo saw was actually the bust's.
This is also another one of those things where you could have just presented the hat as well.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Makes sense if you look at it that way. Well, then he did see the silk hat. Well, sort of.
Fine, you've got one, but what about the other contradiction?
The other contradiction?
Remember what that ventriloquist said in court? He said that he witnessed white roses on quote-unquote Max's chest that night. But the clown's testimony doesn't match. The clown said that there were no white roses. I'd like to see you try and explain that one away. Can you do it, Nick?
No, we lose. Of course, I can explain all of it.
What was that?
Please recall the instant when the cloak snagged on the bust. If the cloak snagged onto the bust, what happened to the white roses? They're on the other side. They're in. They're
Yeah,
tucked
they're
in.
like they're caught in with his arms.
If the cloak got snagged onto the front of the bust, means that the white roses would end up on the back of the bust. Which explains why Mo didn't see them, because he did see the face. He said he saw the face.
He saw the face, yeah.
The white roses were not visible because they were on the back side of the bust. Order! Order! This is quite the shocking state of affairs. Mr. Wright's theory sounds a bit still absurd to me. However, let's just keep going down this road for a while and see where it leads.
Let's do this, Nick. And maybe Von Karma will finally throw in the towel.
Or she'll be 10,000 times worse in the next case.
Well, so much for that theory. Mr. Wright, do you mind?
What is it? Yeah, the birds did it.
You took the time to research our circus, didn't you?
Well, yes, I did. Is there something making you think that I didn't?
If you did, then maybe you'll understand why I think you're off track.
Why? Why is that?
Motive.
Okay, you're cooked.
This witness feels an incredible debt of gratitude towards the ringmaster. Anyone with any relation to the circus is well aware of this. Thus, there is absolutely no way someone like this would kill the ringmaster.
I wonder if, like, the USB hardware in my computer fucked up, because every USB gizmo went out and came back at, like, the same time.
Oh no.
Yeah, really weird.
Weird.
Huh, okay, I still seem to be going, yeah.
Okay.
I have no idea what the hell that was.
A little scary.
Yeah, because, like Razer popped up. Okay, I've complained about this before. Why the fuck does Razer, the keyboard company, want me to log in to change the color of the lights in the fucking keyboard? I hate the future. I hate it so much.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that's why Omnicore, and I want to see them in United Nations court over it. Sorry, there's a little Yoda in there.
Your Honor, I'd like you to hear Akro's story.
Listen to it, I will.
Great, thank you. Learn about his relationship with the ringmaster and his life up until now. What do we do?
I got that covered my eye for a second. I like Weems. Just, we should really be getting mad about more things.
That's so true. There's no doubting that Akro deeply respected the ringmaster.
Akro's motive, We have a note! Come on, dude!
He hasn't put it together yet.
Very well. However, I feel this is a good place to take a break. What? Come on!
I agree. I need to go to the bathroom.
Oh, okay. We'll do that. Okay, so then that's going to be the final. That's going to be the final twist.
Let's get to the save point. Let's get to the save point and then.
Okay, cool. I will listen to the rest of Mr. Dingling's testimony after recess. Or we'll now take a 10-minute recess. After these messages, we'll be right back.
Okay, I'm gonna be back in a sec. Bye.
Cool. I'm going to save our progress, and I suppose now is a wonderful time to actually, indeed, refill my beverage. I might hork a protein bar down. Get off my... She's on the soundboard. She can be on the soundboard. You know what? Fine, kitty cat. Have your fun. Go on the soundboard. All right, I'm gonna go and, I'm gonna go so I can come back, because that's the correct order of events. If Firemtn returns, tell her that. Wait, hold on, before I do that, I do want to fix it. I screwed up my proportions here. I guess not, no. Thought I resized the window and fucked myself up, but it looked normal. Okay, cool. Well, as normal as I usually do, anyway. Everybody loves to meow the kitty. Alright, I will be right back.
I'm back. Speaking of cats, while I was coming back, I noticed that my cat's water dish was looking slightly empty. I picked it up and I went to fill it up, and after I finished filling it up, but before I put it back to where it goes, my cat walks up to me and makes the most pathetic meowing sound. Just like, why don't I have my water? What's going on? Like, I have it right here. There's some more of it now. I'm not depriving you. Cats. Baby was thirsty, it's true. It does seem like Gloop has added more PSAs, yeah. Not to worry, we'll all be safe. Surely one day Gloop will return. Did she say what she meant to do? I, like, bailed immediately. Getting a drink, I see. How are you all doing? What's up? How are you feeling about the case, the mystery? I think this is the better part of it. Too much pasta, tummy owie, I understand. No, you're allowed to talk about whatever.
Whoa, alrighty.
You can bring up anything. Chicken Alfredo, wow.
Mamma mia. My apologies, everyone. I am back, I am back, I am back, I am back.
That's fine, hi. How are you doing, Gloop?
I'm okay, I'm good. There we go. Oh, right in time for the music then, too.
How exciting.
How do you feel about what awaits us?
I think we'll be fine.
We've definitely reached the top part of Big Part. Oh, God, Sarah, thank you. Also, okay, here we go. Sorry about that. Wait, we don't need to save. I just saved. Yeah, because
You
we're in
don't need
part
to
4
save, you
true.
just saved. Let's keep going.
It's finally happening. All right, this guy. It's funny, we see very little of the,
We don't always see the defendants, yeah.
Yeah, no. It's funny, in the very first case, we saw a ton of her. She was in the courtroom with us.
Right, because we didn't have another assistant, because Maya was busy.
Oh yeah, that's right. She was the pseudo assistant at that point because we had amnesia and like she was there so that way Phoenix could monologue to her when he did figure out what he was supposed to be doing and thus the player.
I can't believe it. Acro?
Pretty shocking, isn't it?
I mean, I was shocked when I thought it up. It definitely is! I think he was always the most straightforward of the group.
Hold on, something weird.
Yeah? What's weird? Tell us your weird thought.
Hold on, I have to jingle miserably like the fool I am. But also,
that's
my
true.
weird thought is the testimony that Mo gave in court was that Max Galactica up and flew away.
Uh-huh.
But when Mo spoke to us one-on-one just before this court session started,
Yeah.
he was like, oh, you mean Acro? Yeah, send him upriver. What's with that change of tune?
I guess that he's been thinking about it since yesterday, and he changed his mind.
Or maybe he's feeling a little bit less pressured by Von Karma?
Who could say?
Okay, we'll find out.
Jeebus, am I that hated?
I'm glad the accent came back. Thank you so much.
Hacker tried to pin the murder on you on purpose. He did? but I'm nothing but a little old nobody, you know? But you're not, which is kind of the reason why. Hey pal!
Oh good, it's Gumshoe!
You're gonna ignore me after I went to all the trouble to bring you some evidence?
I didn't realize he was who was talking. I thought that Max was just having upper respiratory problems because he's crying so hard.
No. Forget it. I'm going home. This guy deserves to be guilty anyways. Trying to marry a 16-year-old.
He really does. Now, detective, I'm sorry. Look, why don't you relax a little?
We got some really tasty milk. How about a card trick, detective? Well, if you insist. Now, about that evidence you mentioned, what is it? Here you go. Huh? This was yesterday in Acro's room. Yep, and I've included the forensic results. Take a look at it later.
Little bit of betrayal in the house of Franziska.
Won't Miss Von Karma be mad that you're doing this? That's why this is all a secret.
Chain of command definitely works this way. Her chain of evidence definitely works this way. Huh?
Hey, look, details are on a need-to-know basis, and we're not really allies or anything.
It is very, very funny that the way that this justice system works is that... I mean, certainly I'm not going to pretend that America does not have crooked cops. Far from! But
yeah.
But it's very funny that he's like, yeah, no, I am not, you know, as the investigator, I am not a neutral party. I am actively trying to pin somebody here. As opposed to, but, you know, there's the concept of discovery. There's the concept of, you know, evidence being valid and having to be known prior so people can build their cases around it. Does that always work in practice?
Look.
No.
Evidence law comes up in one case in the series. So don't worry about it. It can't be dramatic if the evidence all has to be submitted beforehand.
I know.
But everything that's happened in court up until now has gone according to our plan. I don't know. Miss Von Karma didn't seem in control of things in there just now. You'll figure it out eventually, pal. Yesterday, our final plans were set into motion.
Probably shouldn't be telling you this. Oh well. Final plans?
That reminds me. I got a message from the prosecutor for you.
It says, quote, "Give us some Franziska."
I fucking hate you, you foolish fool.
She underlined the F's, pal. 3 or 4 times.
Nothing is ever truly decided until the very end. That's it, and that's it for me too, pal. I'm out of here. What did he mean by that? The very end part?
I'm not sure. It's not really cryptic to me.
Oh, one more thing. Blah! Don't scare me like that! Looks like there's a large care package from the circus for the defendant. What? For me?
Talking about his bust, we're talking about his package. I hate it too much.
It's milk. The reception area looks like some kind of dairy. So hurry up and drink it all before it spoils.
An entire dairy's worth of milk? For me?
Was there some milk moment with him earlier that I didn't remember? What the hell is this?
He just loves milk.
Hey, good for him.
There's a weird milk force feeding element to this case.
That was their strategy, is they were like, the underage marriage might be a weird thing. Let's find another obscure fetish. That'll be our red cape before the bull. Cool. So that's gross, and I'm laughing at it. It's yucky. Court is now back in session. Miss Von Karma, please continue from where you left off.
I'd like to continue with Akro's testimony, starting with his relationship to the victim. I'd also like to get proof from the defense. Proof of what kind of motive Akro would have to commit this crime.
Understood. Now, Mr. Dingling,
Yes, Your Honor.
please proceed with your testimony.
Finally, we get to the motive. Wait, Nick, are you okay?
Just do me a favor and ask questions you don't want the answer to.
Oh. When we were little, we were abandoned by our parents. That's when the ringmaster of the Berry Big Circus, Russell Berry, took us in. He was just wandering around and finding lost children.
Okay, see,
So
the
that
thing
you can
is,
add them to
that
the circus.
completely makes sense and is extra horrifying as somebody who owns a circus.
Yeah! I became an acrobat at around 9 years old, so, you know, like, child endangerment, child labor, very questionable. He's really a great guy.
I don't even have a social security number.
Yeah!
He was like, you don't need long-term disability. You're an acrobat. Nothing about you guys is long-term.
Yeah, I gotta be real. Like, I feel like the picture that they're painting of the ringmaster is that he's a really shady, not good guy.
Yeah.
Like, he's trying to marry off his 16-year-old daughter. He's finding random children and making them perform in the circus.
Yeah.
He left the guy who got injured in an accident up on the 3rd floor where he can't go anywhere. He's not really a good dude.
This 9-year-old is just like, I want to juggle. Oh, can I be one of the clowns? Listen, the ringmaster's just like, listen, I don't want to pay for your 401k for your whole life, so you're going to be an acrobat, so I don't have to worry about that.
I wanted to find a way to repay the ringmaster.
I mean,
That was
okay,
my sole purpose in life.
the lion did kill somebody prior, but I think, Weems, you still have an argument there, because this doesn't seem like it's a circus with a lot of responsible animal handling.
Yeah, there's not good animal handling going on here. The circus seems like it's a fucking disaster. Have you seen the cafeteria? They don't even clean the circus. It's a shitty little ramshackle operation.
Such a thoughtful young man. Would you like to be my son?
I love being people's son. Thank you, sir. Yes. As you heard, the witness deeply respected the victim. I wonder how anyone could think that Akro would kill the man he held in such esteem.
Absolutely right. How could anyone think that, Mr. Wright? Which is why there's no real need for a cross-examination, is there? Actually, that's the question I'm trying to answer myself. Why would Akro kill the ringmaster? My last chance to answer that question. Yeah, let's just game over immediately. Yeah, no, of course I'm gonna cross-examine him.
Okay.
The defense has a right to cross-examine the witness.
You're so tactless, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You don't care about justice, do you? You just want to fabricate a motive.
Girl, are you speaking to the mirror right now? Are you like Ghost of Christmas Pasting yourself? Ma'am! Ma'am! Very well, Mr. Wright. Cross-examine the witness.
All right.
Don't know if there's anything to press on here. We'll start to press on things if I seem hopeless in all these, but this connection I want to start to build, if there's anything, is, I mean, he put that note on the girl.
Uh-huh.
And
Well, I mean, I don't know. She didn't come up here at all, so
no,
kinda
she
hard
hasn't,
to,
that's true.
Kind of hard to pin that down in this testimony. What do you think, Nick?
I don't know, I think the more I can cross-examine him, the worse I end up looking in the end.
You mean?
A feeling this cross-examination was a trap.
Yeah, Von Karma set you up again.
Well, I mean, obviously, so for anyone who happened to wander in, first off, we've just gotten given this scarf, which is incredibly important because there's the blood and the pepper on it. We still haven't actually brought up the pepper itself all that much. And, the note, which is fucking comically wild, so for anyone who missed the context of this one, we know Acro put this note in Regina's pocket. It being to the murderer is non-specific, which seems very important.
Uh-huh.
I'm really enjoying the idea that Von Karma has a little bit of like a Smeagol Gollum thing going on, where she's like there's a little bit of her who's not an asshole, but she doesn't let it out. Let's see, what can we push on here? We'll push on this here a little bit. How would you describe your relationship with the Ringmaster?
It's like an uncle, a father, and a big brother all rolled up into one.
A fatherly big brunkle. That's wonderful.
The Ringmaster and my brother were the only family I had.
What about his daughter?
I did not consider her to be part of our family.
Okay, interesting. What about the other people at the circus? Yeah, thank you.
I don't care about them. I hate them. This is over 15 years ago. Back then, there were very few customers coming in.
As opposed to now, when there are no customers coming in. Hey! Hi, Frosty Bear.
So, no one really had the time to look after us. They were worried about other things. But the Ringmaster, he would always come see us with a laugh and a smile.
We wanted food, but laugh and a smile he always had.
Uh-huh! What a beautiful story. That's why I was always thinking of what I could do to help. I wanted to thank him. Nick, isn't Acro such a wonderful person?
It pisses me off!
I don't think he's the murderer anymore. I think you're crazy, Nick.
I know, he seems like a nice guy, which is what makes this so difficult. I'm glad that the judge is now cross-examining for us. So how long have you been a performer? I guess we'll push on this. You started off as an acrobat at that early of an age?
I begged the Ringmaster until he finally agreed to let me do it. Ever since then, I've been in incredible physical shape. I was this jacked at 9 years old. My physical size has not changed since I was 9 years old. In the last 20-some years.
Do you think that maybe your parents might be from Samoa? Have you ever seen the picture where somebody's like, hey, here's, like, people keep doing as a joke, they're like, hey, here's my 9-year-old nephew. They're Samoan, and this is like the most enormous child imaginable.
I've never seen this. What?
No, this is totally a thing. If you are of Samoan descent, you can, like, there will be a gentle giant in your family. It'll be like, that's a high schooler. What do you mean he's 10?
Interesting. That's also when I decided to form a group with my brother. We called ourselves the Flying Dingling Berries. It's nearly a household name.
Bathroom name, maybe.
Great. I've even heard of them in Germany.
No, you haven't. Thank you. Jesus, dude. Liar.
The point is that I wanted to be of some use to the circus.
Truly remarkable young man. Jeds keeps looking at Acro almost like a proud father.
You're really making an ass of yourself, Mr. Phoenix, right? How do you like this one? You really love cross-examining. Oh, you're going to lose the case if you don't cross-examine this man, right? Oh, that's what you said. I heard you. I heard you when you were muttering over there.
Do you ever have any trouble with the ringmaster?
How could you ask such a thing, Mr. Phoenix, right?
What do you mean, how could I ask such a thing? That's the entire point of the cross-examination. This is my 6-year-old, looks like Jotaro Kujo.
Do you have some sort of fundamental misunderstanding of this witness's testimony? Or the heartfelt emotions contained within? You better think about this, Mr. Phoenix, right? And you had better think hard.
Ow! Wow. But how you look at it, there's no way I could see this witness ever taking the victim's life.
Exactly. I've been waiting for you to say that, Your Honor. Nick, I hate to say it, but I agree with them.
Trying to chase down the truth, but I ended up just looking like a jerk.
What do you think, Nick?
I think I have a fucking note that I want to stick in here somewhere. I don't know, I think the more I
Oh, it's the
cross-examine...
same. It's the same
Okay, cool.
dialogue as before.
I was just looking to see if there was anything. You didn't cross-examine one of the statements? Let's see.
You didn't press the first statement.
Okay, I guess I'll press the first statement, I guess. So is this just a case of I have to cross-examine everything and then it's gonna move us forward? Let's see. Wait.
Yeah, well, I mean, the reality of the situation is that you were supposed to not cross-examine him at all.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
But
my
it
brother
also
Sean
sounded
and
like
I.
the case was gonna be over if I did that.
No.
Okay, cool.
Yes, my brother Sean and I.
What? You have a brother? Oh, well, but here's the detail that needed to be in there no matter what, because this backstory is
so.
vital. Yeah,
I
this
suppose
had to be
so.
in there.
How old were you when this happened, Acro? I was 8 years old and my brother was 4.
He was even more jacked. He started performing the trapeze before I did. The parents were very cruel, weren't they?
Nowadays, we aren't bitter about what happened to us. Because it allowed us to meet the wonderful people at the very big circus.
Wonderful people in the room right now, dude.
So true. Well, Mo is kind of okay. Nick, the judge is getting misty-eyed.
Yeah, Nick, yeah, Mo's a problem. Or not a problem. I mean, the opposite. Mo's the least.
Yeah.
He's grating. I mean, but he's a clown, so.
Yeah. I mean,
gonna-
we all know everybody hates a clown.
The soft spot for sob stories, it looks like.
No crying in court. Let's keep going.
The witness may proceed with his testimony. Never mind, we're stopping. They clearly thought you were going to do that one first.
Yeah.
I think that'll be enough for now. Pondering whether or not this man would kill the ringmaster leads me to believe that. Pretty unlikely.
Exactly right, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, I'd like to ask a question. Oh, go ahead, Your Honor. I would just like to know, can you provide an explanation as to why Acro would want the ringmaster dead? I mean, I can walk towards one, so I can present the note. Certainly the note should be brought up to the judge's attention. Beyond that, exactly what happened, I can't.
The note is not proof that he wanted to kill the ringmaster.
I'm gonna say I can't provide one because I think he doesn't want to kill the ringmaster. I think he wanted to kill the girl and hit the wrong person.
Okay. Neck?
Yeah. You even have to think about it. It was obvious from the start. I mean, I did say this, but also, like, I wanted to walk through everything. Your Honor! The reason that Acro killed the ringmaster is something that can't be proven. What? That's because Acro had no reason to kill the ringmaster at all. Ow!
Your foolish attempts to fool us like foolish fools is so foolhardily foolish. Did you forget you made an accusation against this witness, did you not? I believe it was, this is the real killer of Russell Berry, Ringmaster.
If you want to jump to the end of things, then yes, that sounds about right. End of things? Acro. You didn't plan to kill the ringmaster at all, did you? The ringmaster wasn't your target that night.
What did you just say?
I'm saying that what's that, Monty? That the target of this witness's murderous plot was not the ringmaster. It was never his intention to kill Russell Berry to begin with.
What?
Order! Order! Bailiff, I don't care who it is, smack anyone who's loud in the face twice if you must.
Great.
Great. Mr. Wright, what in the world are you trying to do to my court?
Mr. Phoenix Wright, what in the world are you trying to do to his court?
Why did you hit me?
Are you attempting to imply that Acro was trying to kill someone else?
Yeah, it's Regina. I've said it a bunch of times.
And yet you seem to be hesitating to say it this time. Regina Berry?
Young girl is the ringmaster's daughter, correct? Acro. You were really aiming for her that night, weren't you?
You don't need to answer that. It is a mean-spirited and leading question.
He could easily answer this question. If I'm wrong, all he has to do is say, you're wrong, and that's it.
That's it, huh, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
Enough! Mr. Wright, allow me to...
The only thing allowed to interrupt me is death itself!
I just had the image of her trying to whip,
The Grim Reaper?
yeah, and then I realized
Yeah.
I've invented one of the Castlevania games.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love this line for her. She's awesome. I love Francisca so much.
Japan does have some concepts similar to contempt of court, and it says in the bottom in crayon only applies to Phoenix Wright.
Yeah, it only applies to the defense. It's fine.
Francisca leaning out Firemtn's window. You children, stop being fools!
So true. And that goes for you too, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Stop parrying my VIP.
Show me evidence now!
I'm going to smash some candelabra.
I want to know why Acro would want to kill Regina Berry.
Yes, me too. I demand to see some proof. Present evidence that proves Acro is out to kill this young girl. Okay, let's get the note. Note time, finally. Jesus Christ. Acro, you remember this, don't you?
That's...
The piece of paper we found inside the ringmaster's tailcoat. Inside the victim's tail... Oh, this song's coming in. Inside the victim's tailcoat. Acro wrote this note. It's ironically entitled, To the Murderer. Its purpose was to call someone to the plaza at 10 p.m. So you're saying that he called Russell Berry with that note? Yes, but there's just one little problem. Problem? Acro did indeed place this note into someone's pocket. However, that someone was not the ringmaster.
You mean... it wasn't for the...
That's exactly what I mean. The person this note was intended for was none other than Regina Berry.
Kind of surprised that this is just the objection theme and not the pursuit theme.
Order! Mr. Wright, this little theory of yours. The truth, Your Honor, isn't just a theory. Simply put, Regina didn't think the note was meant for her. She's kind of an idiot. Which is why, the morning of the crime, she placed it on the cafeteria bulletin board.
That's when her father... I mean, the ringmaster saw the note.
That's correct. The ringmaster ended up in that plaza instead of Regina.
Is everybody else constantly thinking about the lips on the ringmaster silhouette there? In the previous image?
I'd have to see it again.
Okay, well.
He was killed because of that mistake instead of Regina. That's incredible! Remember the testimony that Acro gave us earlier today.
Lifting the bust and looking out of the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. If I were to do that, I'd end up falling out of the window myself.
Acro had no idea who it was that arrived in the plaza, because he couldn't look down out of his window to see who it actually was. Got it! I've got it! Acro thought it was Regina down in the plaza. And that's when he let the bust fly.
Hey,
Why?
Nick.
I mean, thank you, but why?
I don't know. It's clown time. We're in the clown world.
If you said that's so cheery.
Isn't Regina listening to all of this from the audience?
This is gonna be harsh. She is. Fortunately, it's only gonna get harsher from here. We'd love to show her to you, but we don't have that kind of budget except for a few angles of the courtroom, sorry.
Yeah. I hope Regina can handle it.
Acro wrote this note to Regina.
Foolishly foolish fool with foolishly foolish fool ideas of foolish tomfoolery. You're so foolish you've even made me sound like a foolhardy fool. Very well, Mr. Phoenix Wright. If you are so sure, then tell us about this line. I have conclusive evidence of what took place.
Yes, what about that line?
Well, if the note was meant for Regina Berry, it would mean that this note is declaring that Regina Berry is a murderer.
You just don't get it, do you?
What? What did you just say?
I mean, fool is her flustered word, but also she does genuinely mean it a lot of the time, too.
Yeah.
The ringmaster knew what the note meant, which
The
is why...
thing is that, like, when she's really flustered, she doesn't even get fool. She will, like, swap to a synonym. Like, sometimes she will say, you moron, or something, but, like, it is when she is most, like, out of her depth and unable to be like, oh, fuck, what's happening here, you know?
Do not claw my boob again. Sorry.
Dean is trying to open you up?
She's a junior surgeon around here.
I see.
Yeah. Hold it right there, Mr. Wright. What is this incident that is alluded to in the note? The incident 6 months. I have no idea.
I have no idea!
An incident occurred 6 months ago. And now I am more than ready to show this court what happened at that time.
Moron!
Oh, she knows. Wait, are you sure that it relates to the present case? Does indeed, Your Honor. Everything in this case has to start with what happened, has its start in what happened 6 months ago.
Really, Nick?
Nick, you're dumb as shit, stop! I think so.
Well then, if that's the case, hurry up and tell us about it. What is this conclusive evidence mentioned in the note? I know I'd certainly like to know what it is.
If I can answer that question, the judge is gonna think I'm bluffing. The conclusive evidence about the incident 6 months ago is actually,
What is the evidence?
it's either... So the pepper was in the box.
It's true!
But this is conclusive because this went in the lion's mouth. But I'm worried that I'm gonna get nailed here because I'm not baby stepping, and this game loves to make me baby step. This is really conclusive though. Just the presence of pepper is not...
That's true, but it wasn't a box.
Yeah, that's the thing is, so I'm gonna say this because it was in the box. So the thing is, actually no, this isn't good to bring up right now because they don't know the rest of the story. Yeah, they don't have context for this yet. Like, it's the smoking gun, but we haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah,
this is the start.
Yeah, the pepper is what connects it to the rest of the case.
Yeah, because this links the victim in the murder to the pepper, and then this links the pepper and all that to the 6 months ago stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, the surprise gumshoe is probably the last thing we'll present. It's all in his beard, too.
What kind of spicy joke is this, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
It isn't a joke at all. It's the decisive evidence you asked for. What do you mean? Recall that the victim was trying to take the wooden box away with him. He was doing so because this piece of decisive evidence is what was inside. Another unbelievable conclusion. Very well, Mr. Wright, so what exactly are you saying? Are you claiming Regina Berry killed someone with a small bottle of pepper? Taking the note into account, that's the only logical conclusion you can draw.
Foolish fool who never tires of his own foolish ways. If you are so sure, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then answer this question. Who was Regina Berry's intended victim? Who did she kill?
Oh, well, she killed Bat.
Okay.
Well, no, I was about to say, I was trying to see if there's something that I can link in here, but... Well, no, the intended victim is correct, because he didn't actually die from it, but he's in
a
the
coma,
hospital.
Yeah. I don't know that she knows that, but, like...
No. Yeah, so here's the thing is, I still haven't worked out why Regina wanted to kill anybody. But here's the thing, this is the more direct link because of the sneeze, because he got bit on the head because of the sneeze, because of the pepper. This is some collateral.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that there's any... Yeah.
Who is this? That is Acro's younger brother.
What does this prove? His younger brother isn't dead.
Technically, that's true. However, Bat has been in a coma for 6 months now. It's not a stretch to see how Acro could feel that his brother is dead. Regina, did she do that to him?
Do you spend your entire life dreaming up new ways to be a fool? Naturally, the prosecution has looked into Acro's brother, Sean Dingling. Excuse me, she does now. 6 months ago, he was bit by a lion and fell into his current comatose state.
The lion bite injected a sleeping agent. You really should have put... The fact it was on his head makes a big difference here.
People don't know this, but lions actually have venom that's secreted through their fangs. When they bite you, they just send you into a deep slumber.
I mean, that's why there's the whole song about the lion sleeps tonight. That was he got himself a little bit.
Exactly.
Good use of meow. A lion.
Regina, I mean, Miss Regina Berry is an animal tamer by trade.
She fucked up on this one though. Whew.
However, no tamed animal in that position is ever trained to attack another human. They wouldn't understand the command. Moreover, Miss Regina could never do something like that. It's just not in her.
What if he was a sleeper agent? A little bit of a Manchurian Candidate situation.
Uh-huh.
So then what happened to Acro's brother?
He is not the victim of an attempted murder. He is the victim of an accident.
Are you giving us Dracula flow? I'm getting zooted on lion
no.
venom. Call me the Lion Kingpin. This shit ain't nothing to me, man.
God. Fucking Dracula flow.
Cops searched my car for contraband. Don't know I had a dead lion in the trunk and 37 kilos of pepper.
God.
I can keep going. Give me some time.
All right, I think we've had enough of that fun for now. Can we continue with the trial, please?
I see.
Now what do we do? No one seems to be going along with your theory. Do you think what happened to Bat was actually an accident?
It was more than that. The lion biting Bat was no accident at all.
Yeah?
What?
You are such an amateur, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
I smoked so much clown crack, I'm moving like a beast in the jungle. I want Dracula Flo to be here very badly.
There's no way that Regina would ever incite her lion to attack another human being.
She may not have incited a lion to attack another human being. Oh, something is. But Regina is responsible for making the lion bite Acro's brother, Bat. Okay, now it's scarf time. It's just a scarf. Acro. I love how Phoenix says this. He loves to just say Acro as like one word.
Yeah.
This scarf is something that Bat used to wear, correct? Nope, the birds don't want to go to prison.
That's right.
And who is the one that gave this scarf to Bat?
Regina. Regina gave it to him.
Gina. There is something more than just blood on this scarf, Your Honor.
They're called Dingling because of the Ringling Brothers, the circus.
And what might that be? Pepper. Pepper? Pepper.
Pepper?
Pepper. Regina gave this scarf to Bat right before the accident, and she covered it with as much pepper as she could. Hey, what's with the silent treatment? I love that this bird got to come back.
Yeah?
Excuse me, Mr. Wright. You've done a good job of fingering a criminal. Now everybody under the age of 40 is looking at him like, do we say something or do we let it go? But out of curiosity, what was her crime? Miss Berry gave a pepper-covered scarf to Bat as a present. Where's the crime in that? Still seems that the judge just doesn't get it. Von Karma does!
Mr. Phoenix Wright. Wasn't it said that the lion seemed to be smiling?
Smiling? The lion was smiling?
Right before Bat was bit by the lion. For a moment, the lion's mouth changed and it looked like he was smiling.
Lions smile?
I have never heard of them smiling. However,
Lions sneeze. What? Whoa, cut off. Leon wasn't trying to bite Bat at all. Is this fucked up picture again?
yeah.
In reality, all he actually did was sneeze. He sneezed because of all of the pepper on the scarf. What?
You fool!
Got to be kidding me! What's the matter, Miss Von Karma?
I object for objection's sake. Mr. Phoenix Wright, this theory, you believe it? You really intend to say that this is how this joke of an accident actually happened?
Of course I do. It's the truth. The lion sneezed due to the pepper, and that's when Bat lost consciousness. Acro nearly lost his brother due to this accident, or joke, as you put it. which is why he tried to get his revenge against Regina.
You foolish idiot! It almost does seem like a terrible joke, doesn't it? Once again, I'm impressed by your imagination, Mr. Wright.
Uh-oh.
To think that there's someone who treats this accident with the respect it deserves.
Are you telling me that what I just said was true?
Acro? You don't mean... You can't mean... Fitness?
I mean, Fire's seen these cases before. This is all new to me, but she's seen these before, so she knew.
Yeah.
Are you confirming the defense's claim?
He's a calm guy. Mr. Wright.
Okay, and we're back from the commercial, I believe. Yeah, sorry, that actually timed really, really funny. It was like, oh my god, it's true! Redeem Mountain Dew points on your Twitch account.
Uh-huh!
Yeah. What commercial was it? What commercial did everybody get? Did they try and get you to buy a Hyundai? They're always out here.
You're exactly right. It was the Mountain Dew points commercial. Unfortunately, your imagination is not enough to find me guilty of murder.
You got an ad with a girl being a stage magician? Wow, that is perfect.
That is oddly fitting, yes.
What do you mean by that? Oh, fuck yeah, goldfish crackers. I'll eat some fucking goldfish. I'll fuck those up.
I've got goldfish crackers right here.
I'm kinda jealous.
The pepper, the scarf, the lion.
The witch, the wardrobe.
Uh-huh. I see where you're going, but it's a bit hard to swallow.
Can you pass the seasoning?
Not to mention the fact that there's an even bigger problem with your theory.
And what would that problem be?
The same problem it's always been. Evidence. If I drop Max's bust on top of the Ringmaster, where is the evidence that proves that claim?
You mean the conclusive evidence?
The biggest problem is the murder weapon, or the lack thereof, to be more precise.
Murder weapon. The bust that the defense claims was used. If that were to be found in Acro's room, and if it was covered with the victim's blood, that would be awfully conclusive in my eyes.
Yes, it would be.
That's why I had Gumshoe throw it in the creek. Bust.
Nick, you've got to do something.
The last step. If I get this one right, the case is won. So the thing is if we go and search his... We've been all over his room, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've searched his room. We already have searched his room. It's not going to be there.
Yeah.
Because,
so,
like Von
where
Karma
could it
was...
be?
Yeah. Von Karma was up there. Gumshoe... Yeah, Gumshoe talked. Didn't Gumshoe talk to Acro?
Yeah, Gumshoe spoke to Acro.
Yeah, Gumshoe was up there, too.
Gumshoe and Von Karma went in and investigated his room, it's true.
Yeah, so... I'm gonna say it's not in his room because it's too simple. We've been in and out of there a million times. I didn't even see, like, looking at it in my mind's eye, I don't even remember, like, a good hiding place that you would have stuck it.
You could say.
Where would it be?
Where could it be?
Let's see. So it's, let's think about this.
You admittedly don't have to answer that right away.
That's true. Okay, so we're gonna say it's not in his room. Also, I'm not going to get penalized for this question, so I'm going to go ahead and go with my gut instinct.
Okay.
I don't think it's in his room. I think that seems too straightforward. I like that you called him Gumroad. That's really fucking funny. Oh, no, wait, Gumshoe did say that there's going to be some final Zoopadoop moment, so yeah, let's see how things work out first. Might be worthwhile to search Acro's room, but...
Why aren't you gonna search his room? It looks like you finally figured things out, didn't you? Now you know the true meaning of Von Karma total justice.
I guess... Figured with you, that's the least I should expect. You'd leave no stone unturned.
That is right. I am a completionist. I always go for 100% every time. Von Karma never leaves anything to chance.
I'm enjoying, since you referred to her as a completionist, I'm now enjoying the idea that she has a Twitch channel. She says the camera is on, she says nothing, there are no redeems, the frame is very simple, black and white, she beats the game completely in one go, 100%.
100% every time.
Yes, and then when the game is done, she simply says thank you. She simply says thank you quietly and ends the stream, and that is it. There is no audience interaction, nothing.
You are so right about this. You are so correct about this.
The only reason that there's a channel is she has no interest in interacting with everyone. She just wants there to be a public log that she did it.
Yes, exactly. She wants there to be a record that she has done it. We already searched Acro's room yesterday.
We know. What did you find?
That's true. If you try to speak to her directly in her chat, she bans you.
Thanks to the people who kept the clown nose up in the absence. You refunded all the clown nose redeems? You punk!
The any percent category is for foolish fools. If we found what you think we found in that room, Acro would not be here as a witness. But to put a point on it, Max's bust was not in the room. The murder weapon is still unaccounted for.
What kind of game would she play? That's a good question.
I mean, we did mention Castlevania.
Yeah, no, it'll be everything with a whip, yeah.
Yeah. Anything with a whip. Schmucks! I get, like, shmups definitely are, like, a sort of perfectionism thing, Like,
oh, she's a
gotta
sicko,
go for
yeah.
that one credit clear, You see, Mr. Wright.
I can absolutely see her doing Soulsborne games, yeah.
Yeah, I can see that, yeah.
I think the girls are too nice. See, the thing about Toho is the girls are both nice to each other and blatant silly assholes, and she probably has no patience for any of that.
The bust wasn't in my room.
I guess she does like a little bit of frills. See, the thing is about her, I can't even say that she wears frills, plural. That is like frill. Well, she has the thing on the front, actually. That's a little bit more frilly, yeah.
Yeah, she's frilly. She's frilly.
Yeah.
Furthermore, Detective Dick Gumshoe executed the search by complete surprise. And we took Acro directly to the prosecutor's office after that. End of story.
Just wait a second. Something's funny about all this. I don't think she would have unregistered hypercam at the top. She would
not have unregistered
rich.
hypercam
She's
at
rich.
the top. Yeah, for one thing, she's rich. But also, like, that would be a blemish on the gameplay.
Yeah.
That would be something that isn't perfect. It looks like you lack the final nail to put into my coffin.
She paid for Winrar.
Yeah, she's paid for WinRAR. Exactly. 100%.
Do not nag me, you fool. But, what about the scarf? What about the note?
What about them, Mr. Wright? No offense, but the only evidence that's relevant here is that which pertains to the death of the Ringmaster. You should know that by now.
Ugh.
Do something, Nick! Don't let this case slip away! The bust! Where is it now?
Where's the bust right now?
You're Phoenix Wright! You know where that bust is! I'm sure you do!
Great sentence. I'm Phoenix Wright. I know where the bust is. On the VTuber, shut up.
On the VTuber.
Not even a single clue. How am I supposed to know where the bust is? Seems this case is coming to a close. The defense's counter-arguments look to have fallen short.
Thank you for your support.
Ugh.
I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Wright.
I think that brings an end to the cross-examination of this witness.
I don't remember who said this, hold it. Oh, it was Maya. Where is Max's bust? The defense needs time to prepare to present its case. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous and I just bit my tongue.
I'm so happy they stuck with calling it a bust through all of this. Does this joke work in Japanese? Is it called a bust there too?
I don't know. I think they might say busta, yeah. Why are you the most surprised person here? She is your aide, isn't she?
Do you really have a case to present, Mr. Wright? Why are you asking me?
The rest is up to you, Nick. Good luck.
Maya, I'm gonna kill you! Hey, wait, you can't be serious!
Acrobats always have their lives on the line, don't they?
Wait, that feels like a clue. Misha, this is not the case of reasonable doubt. This is the case of get you. This court is built around fucking get that guy.
This is not reasonable doubt. This is I mean, it's Japanese
God
court.
damn it.
It's guilty. It's presumed guilty until innocent. You have to. There is no reasonable doubt.
I need to go and catch up with it, but apparently the UK is bad about this too, because there was a discussion going on online where, basically, the prosecutor in the UK was saying to the accused, like, you killed all those kids. I did not. How did you feel when you killed all those kids? I didn't feel upset. Oh, so you did kill them, and everybody in the US is like, that would get you thrown out here. You can't do that. And all the people in the UK are like, what's wrong with that? And it's like, everything's wrong with that. You can't do that.
Yeah. That's how Akro's lived his life up until now. Now it's time for us to walk across our own tightrope. If we don't, we're certain to lose.
Well, the defense may proceed.
He doesn't have a clue, and I don't think he'll be finding one anytime soon.
Gumshoe's up to something. Ooh, walking the tightrope of logic, there's no room for a full stop. It's sink or swim, the only way through is forward.
The murder weapon! There is Max's bust now! You got 3 options.
So,
what looks exciting to you?
You want a funny joke? Save the game here. Wait, does that actually do something funny? Oh wait, if I pick somewhere in this courtroom, does it like give me like a give me like a funny conversation, but I take a bunch of damage? Let's see.
Where could it be?
Do you kind of want to hit somewhere in this courtroom just to see what happens? We'll look it up later. So here's the thing.
Where could it be? Gloop. The bust is not in Acro's room.
Yeah, so it's not in Acro's room. There's no reason. Would it be in Mo's room? I don't think there's a reason for it to be in Mo's
That
room.
would theoretically imply that Mo's an accomplice.
Yeah, and that's definitely not, that's definitely not correct. If you tank the hit, you get an achievement? Oh, hold on. I think we should then. I really think we should.
Alright.
Okay, well, let's get this achievement. Okay, let's see. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and save. We'll put it all the way down in slot number 7, lucky number 7.
Okay.
And let's say it's in the courtroom. Let's just do it, just for funsies. A little treat. I mean, we've never died so far.
Can I just say I really don't care for the fact that you're telling her to do this right now.
Well, the thing is, I'm
So
okay with
no.
getting the achievement. It's obvious. The bust is inside this very courtroom. It's obviously where?
They're fucking with your thought process here. I should have just deleted that.
We'll say it's in the judge's bench. Normally we don't do backseating, but if there is an achievement here, it's funny. Why did you stop talking all of a sudden? Well, I'm just not really sure if I should say anything or not because the bust is under your own judge.
You had to think about whether it was a good idea to say.
Yeah, normally I'll say anti-backseating, but we'll do it as a one-time thing. What did you just say to me? That's a penalty. Yep, that is. Okay, cool. You want a double? Here you go. Wait, he hits you twice? I knew I had a bad feeling about that. Now hurry up and fix things! Walk on the tightrope of logic. Okay, that's amazing that you can take that much damage that quickly. Yeah,
Okay,
that was...
Gloop, I need you to actually think about this now.
Okay, so, actually
is it?
thinking about it, Alright, let's see, let's think about it. I still feel like the courtroom really does seem like a completely insane choice. I can't think of I can't think of anywhere in the courtroom it could be, like...
Really? Where in the lodging house could it be? It's not in Acro's room.
Yeah, so of logical places it could be, let's go through the lodging house. So, places that we know of, places that are named in the lodging house are Acro's room, which we know it's not.
Yep.
Mo's room, which would imply an accomplice because Acro has a hard time getting up and down the stairs.
Yep.
Let's see, where else could it be?
Somewhere in the big top.
Let's think about the
in
big
the
top.
circuit again? Acro cannot leave his room.
And yeah, Acro cannot leave it. Yeah, so that's the thing is, if Acro is the last person who has it, Acro can't relocate it without an accomplice.
That's right.
So
Which
it's
would
either...
mean-
The bust either...
I mean, what? If it's not in his room, and he can't relocate it himself without an accomplice.
Wait, didn't he say that he got a ride over with Von Karma?
Yeah, I mean, they brought him to the prosecutor's office.
And well, there's your link, because the only people who have helped Acro relocate since all this went down. Wait.
Which would mean what?
it would mean that the prosecution has it. So it's somewhere in the courtroom. It's not the option that it's under the judge's seat, but it's whichever option puts it in Von Karma or Gumshoe's location, because they're the only ones who have had opportunity, motive, and were with that.
Serious question: do you
Yes.
actually think that Franziska Von Karma and Detective Gumshoe, who is, your friend, do you think that they would actually, if they found the murder weapon, do you think that they would actually conceal it?
Well, Von Karma
You were
concealed the scarf.
suggesting that the prosecution and the police department is in cahoots with the murderer.
I mean, didn't we have the prosecution and the police in cahoots during the Edgeworth case of the previous game?
Yes, that's because the prosecution was one of the murderers involved.
Okay, so so that is fair, that it is an internal cover-up versus a random acrobat. Okay, so no. Where the hell is this damn thing, man?
I mean, okay. Why don't you take your first step?
Yeah, let's go into somewhere in this courtroom thing and see what was in there, cause...
Okay.
So somewhere in this courtroom gave me multiple options.
Do you remember what they were? I mean, again...
I went really quick was the thing.
You can take your first step.
Yeah, okay, so let's do it. Let's see if it's somewhere in this courtroom. What were my options here again? It's obvious the bust is inside this very courtroom. It's obviously where? Alright, our options here were... Is it under the wheelchair? Does he have it under the chair? Is there like a holder under there or anything?
How fucked would it be if it was the judge again? But this time it was real. That's right. The judge is in cahoots with the real murderer. He wants to adopt Acro so bad, he's letting him get away with murder. He's shutting down your entire defense so that he can adopt this boy and run away with him as his son.
Well, I'm gonna say the witness stand.
He's an adult man.
I was trying to think of the shape of the chair, if you could fit it underneath the chair, if there's some kind of holder there. We did do that save really quick, so I'm gonna say the witness stand.
Okay.
Acro. Sorry to ask this, but do you mind if I take the blanket off your wheelchair? Okay, signed, sealed, delivered, you're cooked.
I'm sorry, I didn't quite hear you, Mr. Wright.
Well, you are a big guy. You have a pretty big wheelchair because of it. Okay, yes, there. I just wanted to make sure you weren't hiding anything under that blanket. Because it's really easy, seems to me really easy to say, hide a bust under there.
Once again, your penchant for humor hits me where it hurts, Mr. Wright.
I think it's pretty amazing that you can laugh in your position. However, your lightheartedness doesn't change the fact that the bust is under there. We all know that you can't leave the lodging house by yourself in your condition. That proved inconvenient when Ms. Von Karma happened to search your room yesterday. If she'd found the murder weapon in your room, it would have been all over. So had Von Karma actually found the murder weapon, what do you think she would have done? Do you think she would have just not taken the case? Would you think she had
I literally think that she would have just shut down the case, yes.
Yeah, she would have said, I can't win this one. Get the who's the 2-bit asshole from the very first case? Who's always
Payne, get Payne to do it.
Yeah. They would hand it to
I
Payne.
mean, you know, if the police had found the murder weapon in this guy's in this guy's lodgings, like the entire case would have been dropped.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't. Yeah, no, it wouldn't have happened. None of this would have happened.
It would have been, oh, this is the murderer. This is the culprit.
Yeah, none of this would have happened.
We have actually found the real culprit now.
This is why you had to hide it in the only place you could hide it, under your wheelchair. Which is why, Acro, I have to ask you again. Would you please remove the blanket from your lap?
Well done, Mr. Wright. Masterfully played. You fool! How could you? You got me. I've been bagged by a real pro.
Boy, this tune and the previous tune are real tearjerkers. Yeah, we're finally free. Next time we do Ace Attorney, it's a different case.
Actually, 2 of them.
2 of them?
He means me, obviously, Nick.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Miss Franziska von Karma and Mr. Phoenix Wright.
It's okay. You're still cool.
That? There's just one thing I'd like to know.
Hey, that's a real interesting line in light of the fact of the extra line that he had when...
It's true.
Yeah, when we showed... Because that happened during the investigation phases, that he had commentary on, wow, you two are so similar.
That's true. How did you know to launch a surprise search on my room last night? There were 2 pieces of decisive evidence, the cloak and the bust. I burned the cloak in my room and threw the ashes away with the trash. Regina always took my trash out every morning, you know.
Okay, so now we know what happened to the cloak. It's gone.
But the bust, obviously I couldn't throw that away. When you executed your search, all I could do was try and hide the bust. And the only place I could hide it quickly was under this wheelchair. Miss Von Karma, you had things all figured out, didn't you?
This is a very, very, very interesting twist, because... She really? That doesn't track with everything she's done up until now.
I was completely sucked in by your calculated strategy. And now to be caught in the middle of court, hiding the murder weapon... There's no way I can escape that. So, you got me. Well done, Mr. Wright. Well done, Miss Von Karma.
Makes sense now.
I can't believe the Von Karma thought that far ahead! It's amazing!
Uh-huh. You definitely couldn't tell by looking at her. I know I sure couldn't. Yeah, this is not the face of a woman for whom this has gone according to plan. Including this bit, I really do think she's being credited with things that were not on her game plan.
I can't believe it! Me! I made a mistake! Why did I order a surprise search of your room? If only I hadn't done that!
Seems we've finally arrived at the truth. Acro,
Yes, Your Honor.
did you kill the ringmaster of the Berry Big Circus, Mr. Russell Berry?
Yes, Your Honor. I am responsible for that crime. Acro!
Sad case.
All my brother wanted was for Regina to like him. That's why he'd tease her.
Why did Regina put the pepper on the scarf?
Maybe he's about to tell us.
I know. I figured it was going. I just wanted to voice it. Because it's a loose end that's not tied up. I mean, they're gonna, but
One day, my brother sprinkled some pepper on Regina. She started sneezing so hard, you couldn't help yourself from laughing. That's why Regina thought it'd be funny to get him back in the same way.
so it was completely and totally an accident.
It was just a prank that went wrong.
That's why she covered the scarf with pepper.
I know she didn't mean for anything bad to happen. I know this. She just wanted to make my brother sneeze a few times too.
She did say she hadn't expected him to stick his head in the... That's right. He came up with that idea completely on his own because he was being Mr. Tough Boy trying to impress her and flex.
Yeah.
Normally he's an acrobat. He doesn't go near the lion.
But I just couldn't forgive her, no matter what. What am I truly guilty of? I'm guilty of never ever being able to understand her. Her brother became a star. Regina believes in that so purely that she would laugh innocently when saying it. Too innocently.
Well, I'm glad that
I
this
just
has painted a
couldn't stand
picture
it.
of the circus as a happy place.
Yeah! I just couldn't stand it. No matter how hard I tried.
That's when you decided to do something about Regina.
How dreadful.
So you're saying that you are a victim in all of this as well?
No, that's not what I mean. I'm nothing but a murderer. That's who I am. At first I thought I'd kill myself. Then I pondered giving myself up.
It's not leaking milk. Leave him alone. Oh my god.
I just couldn't up and leave. I just couldn't. Not yet. That's why I tried to pin this on Max. Max, I'm so sorry. I just couldn't up and leave yet.
This has been such a strange case. It's almost a reflection of the circus itself.
Yeah?
Yeah, dude!
I'm an idiot! I can't believe it! You beat me again!
Leave this case as now beyond any point of possible discussion. Thus, I'd like to declare my verdict.
Hooray!
Oh,
You
thank
did
Christ.
it!
Oh, thank
Oh
God!
my god, he's so tall! He's got so much leg!
This court is adjourned. Oh, cool. Oh, cool. And it's not even the dinner rush yet.
Yeah, it's not even dinner time! Fabulous! But, to be honest, I can't really be too happy about this.
He does that constantly, Weems. He does that literally anytime he's on screen. I mean, it was probably his least opportune moment.
Acro, the Ringmaster, Regina, and that... Not a single one of them is a bad person inside, huh?
I mean, some of them were a little shady. The Ringmaster, I feel like the Ringmaster was the shadiest here. And,
I feel like it's the opposite. I feel like everybody involved here is kind of bad.
you know, this isn't really a situation where it's really black and white. Most of the people involved here are shades of very, very dark gray.
Yeah. That's a good question. One I don't know the answer to.
The moral of this story: screen and
Circus is
background
fucked up.
check all clowns before you laugh at them. Make sure you know the person. Anyway, you should laugh at me,
moral
the
of the
person
story
who
is
doesn't
that
show her
Circus
face.
fucked up.
The circus is fucked up, yes. How many congrats, but hey, at max, 1 million of them.
Thank you.
Yeah, Mo is the least terrible. His only crime is being annoying, and I personally need to live in a world where that's not a felony. He kind of just, he's just there. Like, he sees events and he reacts to them, but like, he didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, he saw events, he got mad. If anything, I mean, he caused a scene in court, but that was also kind of Franziska's fault because she made him tell a bullshit story instead of the actual story. The actual story was fucking insane, but it was actually what he saw.
She didn't believe the actual story.
Yeah, correct reaction. What's with the vibe in this room?
We're just thinking about Acro.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, obviously Acro is a fucking murderer, but like, god damn.
Yeah.
He loses his parents, he loses his brother to a complete accident, he loses his ability to perform what makes him happy, he just has to sit on the 3rd floor with a monkey.
Yeah.
Poor
Yeah,
bastard.
the whole thing is real fucked up. I mean, I think this is where like the heart of like what this case is trying to be is, right?
Yeah.
That like it is just this horrible tragedy, right? That like it is this miserable, sad little family of a miserable circus. It's just that like what they get preoccupied with in the first half is not
Yeah.
it's not conducive to like creating empathy for
Not
that.
at all. Not at all. And the thing is by the time we moved into the 2nd act of this whole adventure, Trilo and the whole marriage plotline
Doesn't
are
matter.
more or less irrelevant.
It doesn't matter in the end, and that I mean, like I've heard that the anime version of this just doesn't even include that stuff, which I mean makes sense because it's not necessary.
I was actually astonished by how long this case is, to the point that I really do think had the game cut that and just did everything else that it did, I feel like it still would have been a decent enough case.
Yeah, it's just a really weird one. It's a really weird one.
The other thing is, if they really wanted to do that kind of pad the cast out so that there's people to possibly excuse and like, you know, red herrings and things like that, he really should have just not been a fucking puppet. All you had to do was include some other dude who was not made of wood and mildly age appropriate. There are so many jobs in a circus.
And not that fucking annoying.
No,
like,
he was really annoying.
He's just really upsetting puppet.
He's not funny. He's not even fun. He's not even funny in like a, oh, that's stupid pun.
In a
like
not
Mo.
funny way.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing is, the idea of like you're funny in a not funny way is already covered by Mo. This is already done. You're the worst. You're the worst clown in this story, and you're not even the bad clown.
Yeah.
This is a stream where I am in 3rd place for annoying clown, and that's saying something.
That's so sad. You should
I
be the most
know.
annoying clown here.
Oh, well, thank you for recognizing that in me. If you worry too much about people too much, you'll be like this forever and you'll never be happy.
I mean, I guess. Huh?
Yeah, she's been like this for a while now. It's all my fault! Yeah, I mean...
It kind of
she
is,
just-
yeah.
it kind of is. I mean, it was an accident, but oh. Yeah, wait, she got fucked over too. Her boyfriend's gone because of an accident. Her dad's gone because of an accident.
I mean, like, nobody is winning here.
Nobody wins. Yeah, exactly. Ash, you made it work completely. And
Yeah, I think the idea that, like, I think it came up the first time we were streaming this case, that, like, Regina should be older, but I don't think that it makes sense for Regina to be older.
yeah,
to
no,
be
she's
perfectly honest.
she's immature.
I think everybody else should be younger.
Yeah,
Because she's too immature, you know.
Yeah.
That, like, even if she was older, it would still kind of come off creepy for
Yeah.
like adult men.
yeah.
Like, just because she is that, like, closed off from the world and
Yeah.
everything. Sweetie pie.
And I mean, this is a
And I-
silly animation.
I
for this-
believe that Max is like 18, honestly.
Yeah.
Like,
How old is Max supposed to be?
21, I think.
Yeah, let's see. And she's 16.
16.
Yeah, I'm saying drop him to 18, maybe 19, and it's fine. Unless like he's already young and stupid anyway. Like he
Yeah,
is-
like, yeah, whatever. It's fine. We're
We're done.
getting something
We're
that
done.
everybody
We're done.
says about this already.
Dad and Acro, they're never coming back. Now everyone's gonna split up.
Regina.
Mr. Wright, tell me something. What do you want to know, Regina? Agro said something right at the end.
I couldn't up and leave yet.
Does that mean that Agro is he gonna try and get his revenge on me? Oh, of course not. He's not gonna do that to you, Regina. Are you sure? Can I believe that? Yes. Acro doesn't have any desire for revenge anymore. That's true. I want to see some evidence. Huh? I want to know you're not just making that stuff
Living
up. I
fear,
want revenge.
child. Okay, so this is not evidence. This is a person again.
I just want to know that you're not making that stuff up about Acro not wanting revenge.
Yeah, it would be so funny to say in that situation. That would be so brutal.
I'm
Um,
horrified that's even an option the game gives
better-
you. Fucking hell.
Better way to think about this is, what was Acro talking about when he said he couldn't leave just yet? Why did he not want to just give up and turn himself in, or die or something?
He thinks his brother might recover.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. Acro didn't want to get caught for a reason. He wanted to see his brother open his eyes again. Okay, yeah, there we go. That...
That's right, Regina. He is still alive, you know.
Never knew. But, oh, wait, that's right! She didn't know because they covered it all up!
Yeah.
This circus sucks!
Yeah, the circus fucking sucks, is the thing.
This circus fucking sucks! Oh my god! Now that Acro's been caught.
Uh-huh.
I know.
What?
I'll do it. Stay next to Bat as long as it takes. Until he opens his eyes, until he can meet Acro again. That's sweet of you, Regina. Sorry, Acro. I'm sorry, Bat. Hopefully this is enough to give her a little peace of mind. The music is kind of like happy toned. Like they've used this for like, oh yay, we got to the end of it. This is a tragedy.
It really is.
Hey, Max.
What is it, Mo?
We really put you through a lot, didn't we, buddy? I'm sorry about what happened. Whenever you'd like to leave us, I'll pay your fee and rep up the contract.
I understand. What a fabulous thing to do for me. I might even leave tomorrow. What's gonna happen to the circus now?
I'm enjoying the roleplay that's happening in the chat.
Something's really happening in the chat.
That's the big question. Our ringmaster was really an amazing person, wasn't he? All the shady deals.
Uh-huh.
All the adopting kids and making them work making them work for room and board.
The purchasing trophies on the black market.
I really idolized him. I looked to him with honor and respect when he shot a lion and covered up a maimed employee.
Uh-huh.
Even though he's not here anymore, everyone's sticking together. The staff, the performers. No one wants to leave the circus. Okay, apparently I mean, that does make sense that there's other staff members here, but...
Yeah, theoretically there would be other people at the circus. It's
Yeah.
just meeting the people who are going to matter to the case.
That's why I made a decision.
What is it?
I've decided that I will take over as the new ringmaster. I'll turn this circus into the best the world has ever seen.
The best circus the world has ever seen?
Don't laugh! But the goal.
Yay, I can't wait! Then I guess that changes things.
Huh?
There's only one thing the best circus the world has ever seen needs.
That sentence is kind of weirdly structured.
The world's best illusions.
Oh, we're bookending with him being a smug asshole, of course.
Which means this circus needs the best magician the world has ever seen!
Do you know anyone? Max. Max. You're killing me, Max!
Let's work together and make our circus super fabulous! What do you say, big guy?
Max! I don't know what to say, other than fuck off. I mean, no, I'm playing, yeah, no, we, first off, I already crunched the numbers. It'll cost a fortune to take your name off of... Dude, they got a 50-foot tall cutout of you! We can't lose you, man!
Yeah!
Don't pressure her now, dude! Phoenix, I would not go here right now.
She's pretty upset. Her world has been destroyed. She's just found out what death is. She's realized that her obliviousness has been the cause of a lot of tragedy. She probably doesn't really feel like she deserves to be a part of anything.
Oh, and the fucking lion! She loved the damn lion! She adored the lion!
Yeah,
and part of the reason the accident happened was her oversight, because she's now going, oh shit, I'm a ditz, and that's an animal with the capability to accidentally kill people.
Yeah.
We've accidentally proven the point of Blackfish here. I don't know. Maybe the circus would be better off without me. What are you talking about, Regina? Why do you think I brought you to court today? I wanted you to learn the concept of death.
Yeah, exactly.
We gotta work together to make the very big circus bigger than it's ever been. But Mo...
Mo's right, sweetie pie. It can't be the Berry Big Circus without Regina Berry. Your name is literally in the name of it. We don't have anybody else named Barry. So, like, we're gonna get in trouble if we keep calling it the Berry Big Circus without a Barry.
Max.
Nick?
Well, it seems like everything is gonna turn out all right here. I think that's I think that's too positive an angle.
Misha, no! I can't wait to go see the best circus the world has ever seen.
It is a little positive here. I do hope that everybody's lives suck less. I will say at the very least,
it would be great if things sucked less from now on.
I will say that at the very least, it does seem like where people's faults caused a lot of this, they're aware of it. Like I think that I think that there was some thwacks to some egos here, which I wish had happened to these people without permanent consequences, but
yeah. I mean, it's not like the previous case where, like, you know, Morgan was actively pure evil or something, right?
Yeah, that woman is fucking monstrous, and her being locked up is totally fine.
Yeah!
That woman is awful. Everybody here is just sad.
Yeah, everybody here is just sad. We'll save you the most fabulous seats.
It'll take a while to get ready, but I'm gonna order up some special whoopee cushion seats. Oh good,
Awesome.
We're leaving him laughing.
If you went to the circus and you sat down and there was a whoopee cushion on your seat, would you be like, awesome, yay, I love the circus? I see, but made the case. Yesterday's surprise raid really paid off, just like you said it would, sir.
This is advancing on its own, by the way.
You had it all figured out, didn't you? It was just a theory. If Acker really was the killer, I thought this was the only way it could end. Especially if he was the defense attorney. You mean Mr. Wright?
I love talking to my friend the airplane.
Of course. Well, detective, my plane is leaving. As for Mr. Acker's case, you need not worry. I plan to personally stop by the Chief Prosecutor's office as soon as I get back. Understood, sir. I'll be waiting for you, Mr. Edgeworth. Guess what? He wasn't dead. Are you surprised? Are you surprised he wasn't dead all along?
I was mostly just enjoying what was on screen right there because it was the opposite of baby shoes never worn. Turnabout pig top over. It's short poem of joy.
So true. Hey, guess what? Next is the last case in the game, and I don't want to hype it up too much. It is one of my favorite in the entire series.
Wonderful, thank God. Yeah, so, just so people know, I think you're still done playing Ring Racers, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So we're gonna change tracks here in a second and play Ring Racers and race and have fun and jolliness and merriment and markedly less clowns. No one will die permanent deaths. But
so
for those of
exciting.
you who are like, oh, I want to see where episode 4 is going. Do you want to do Wednesday again? You want to do our usual Wednesday?
Yeah,
again?
Wednesday sounds good.
Perfect. Okay, yeah. So I'll post a proper schedule, but keep your eyeballs peeled on this channel. We'll be back next Wednesday. But the stream is not ending now. We're gonna change gears and do Ring Racers. Oh, they're so cute. The cat, sorry.
You better be talking about the cat.
I mean, I think you're adorable, but I'm saying this as a friend.
Yeah. Get out of here. Don't even look at this. Close the game right now.
Who will be this year's Grand Prix champion? The moon will be!
That's so true. The moon.
Wow.
The greatest hero of all.
The moon won! I've closed the software.
Wonderful.
Wait. No. Oh. We've been sent to the sandwich dimension. Well, I have.
Oh boy. How exciting. It's so awesome how your freaking avatar controls show up in the sandwich.
There's a bunch of stuff. Well, there's stuff that I need to figure out. I need to fix in here that I keep forgetting to do it because I only end up in there once in a while.
Yeah.
I mean, people are spoiled that they know the moon exists.
Yeah, the spoiler is that there is the moon.
Alright, let's see. First and foremost, let me update the... Oh, wait, actually, let me stop recording, too. Bye-bye, people
okay.
watching the VOD. Thank you for sticking with us through Turnabout Big Top. Holy guacamole.
Bye.